Welcome to Chronic Curiosity, where we have real conversations with real people, from everything to anything, in attempts to facilitate dialogue with our fellow humans, and hopefully your curiosity as well as ours. If you can withstand the show, we ask, most importantly, that you tell your friends and family, but also you can pick up some merch or just donate to the show at chronic-curiosity.com in USD or Bitcoin. If you feel so obliged, you can give us a good rating and follow on whatever podcast platform you so choose. But please feel free to reach out to us on the website or the socials, which can also be found on the website, chronic-curiosity.com. And here we go.
There's a trash can. I could throw open to that if I need to.
You're gonna throw up?
Yeah.
What are you gonna throw up?
I don't know. All that Chinese food I ate. Ding dong. Hello.
It might have been an overload for the system after.
Dude, it was so much
after
Chinese
this
food.
morning.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great.
Can you?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. But I don't know if it's the headphones or the outside.
Oh, I can turn you up.
Well, I don't know. You pulled out? What's pulled out?
So why'd you need all that Chinese food, Chad?
Because of the got it. The ruck. The ruck from hell in the snow. Dude, it was wicked. Oh yeah, I'm good now. Yeah. Maybe it's just the ringing in my ears from all that sodium I just had.
Right. Yeah.
Dude.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was like, a 5 to 6 mile ruck. They're like 6.32.
Right there. It's real close.
Dude, it was over. I was prepared not for the 0.32. I was prepared for the 6.
Oh,
no, it was
that what it was? It was
honestly,
the 0.32
it was,
that got you.
yeah. No, it was the slippery ground, man. That right there alone sucked because I think it was like after I took a dip in the river.
Yeah, when you fell in like a mile,
Wooster.
like not even a mile into it. You
Yeah.
fell into the river.
Fucked my leg up too. You want to see it? Wanna show everybody?
It looked like it was getting gross. Oh yeah, you're probably slide that way. Oh yeah, dude, that's gonna be a hell of a bruise. It's swollen. It looks like somebody hit you with a baseball bat.
Yeah. Oh, on my fucking hips or my knee.
Make you feel old.
I'm not a spring chicken, man.
No. Well, it's that rucking will do that to you.
Dude, I love rucking though. I really do appreciate I thanked you on the ruck mid complaining about shit. Like, thank you for getting me into it. Because
I didn't get you into it.
Well,
you got you into it.
I think you said no, I think you were like, yeah, well, this is what I'm doing. I'm like, okay. Now it sounds like I'm getting blown out.
No, you're too loud?
Yeah, I think I'm too loud now. Or maybe I'm just talking too loud. Am I talking too loud?
Maybe that's what it was. You were talking quiet earlier.
What? Yeah, so it feels okay. Yeah, so it's probably just the headphones, but it felt like I felt like I was maxing out. Oh, test. Yeah.
You good?
Oh yeah, that's
you
good.
Like that better? Okay. We're getting it figured out.
No, that's all right. I just wanted to make sure that it was one of those things like it wasn't going to max out on your computer, then you have all this editing shit to do.
No, that's no big deal.
Yeah, Ruck was good, man. Ruck was really good. I enjoyed it.
Is that the first time you like, quote unquote, like rucked like that? No. Have you gone before?
Oh yeah.
So you talk about like hiking with the family.
Yeah. So we've got it's an Osprey kid carrier pack.
Right.
And so you put the kid in back there, and then you pack all the diapers and food and everything else and the below part, your drinks and everything. I weighted, it's like 55 pounds of additional weight with the kiddo.
Gotcha.
And so I thought, well, I've been doing that, no problem since she was born. Oh, Chinese food. And then, so that was good. We've really enjoyed that. I lost a ton of weight, got real healthy doing it. And the ruck thing, it's like, well, I don't have the kid and I want to hang out with dudes. So you put it all in the rucksack and you go. It's just like you got your kid back there weight wise. And it's the same kind of workout. It's a little different. The pack's set up a little bit different. I don't like the hip things are a little too high for me. It needs to be a little bit lower, but honestly, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it is. It's a little, I imagine the terrain you go, well, I guess the terrain you take a younger kid to is a little different.
No, man, we go balls to the wall. The first trip we went was West Virginia. It was in Snowshoe. West Virginia.
Okay, yeah.
And it was
No, it's
the
serious down
ski.
there.
Yeah, so we thought so, and then we're like, oh, okay. So we did that. And we were like, this kind of sucks. We saw on the map it was like we could take a left and go down Rocks and Roots. And we're like, oh, it's getting ready to rain. I was like, let's do that, and we'll do the 6,000 steps up the face, thinking that it's
Right.
it's less than a mile straight up. I was like, we can do that, not a big deal. Oh my gosh, first trip out, man, no chops, no nothing, overweight, still like whatever, and we go down the Rocks and Roots, like holy shit. There is huge rocks, and I got the kid back there. It's raining. It's slippery. The wife's like, "Are you sure we're going the right way?" The whole
Are you
time.
sure we're doing this
The
right?
kid's loving it. She's back there having a blast because I got my phone playing like some ridiculous music, and she's going. I'm doing this thing like do 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 do. She thinks that's hilarious, and secretly I'm inside pooping my pants, going, "Oh my gosh, are we going the right way?" Because then you get to the bottom and it's all closed for the summer. There's nobody there. And so what we did is we got to the bottom of the mountain, which is where the lifts are at. But the condos and stuff are on the top. So you get to the bottom and you're like, well, now what? It's like, oh, just go over here and it's 6,000 steps. There's no trail. It's straight up the face, straight up. And I'm like, okay, well, I got waterproof boots. That doesn't help because when the water hits, or when the dew from the leaves or all the crap that's the grass and stuff, brain's foggy.
Vegetation.
The vegetation hits your legs; it just drains right down into the boots, so you get soggy boots.
Yep.
And so we were walking straight up a face, halfway up, kid crapped. I'm like, damn it!
That's not the.
So we had to stop, and she's like 1.5 years old, kind of thing. It's like, oh my gosh, we pull over, we stop, and it's like we're standing like this, like a 45-degree angle, and changing a diaper on the side of the mountain sucks. She's cold, we're getting cold, the light's going dark. I'm like, oh my gosh. So finally we get to the top, it's awesome. But I got to tell you, man, All Trails fucked me that time. All Trails usually works great, but that time that screwed me. But it was that was the first serious hike we did. And then we just started going to like Southern Ohio and stuff like that. Caesars Creek, started going down south. And honestly, there's so much in Ohio, just kind of like today, you didn't really imagine that actually is in your backyard until you see it.
Right.
But it's like pretty gnarly stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we say that all the time. Every time we're out there, it's like you get halfway through there and it's like, you'd never guess you were in, northeastern Ohio.
Oh yeah,
standing out here. So that's why I enjoy that part of it, like going and because there's they're not mountains or anything like that.
No,
but for like a 2 hour just to go out there and get a ruck, like, because one thing I noticed was the difference was the pace that those guys like usually go at, and that's what kills you. It's the pace.
Oh yeah,
it's the speed.
Yeah, my ass was left behind, and I was hanging in there for a hot minute. Then we started hitting hills because again I was talking all this shit. I was like, oh, I got 50 pounds in my rucksack. What do you got? And you're like, I got fucking 30. I'll be all right. And I was like, okay, fuck you. I'll pass your ass. And then you get out there, and then you fall in like waist deep water,
right? And cut your leg wide open.
A
mile in.
Yeah,
not like, even a mile.
You're like, well, there goes the show. But it wasn't too bad. It's honestly, like I said, it was just my hips were hurting. I had my knee. You get older.
Well, that's what we just had we had a big snowfall here. I guess it was about a week ago.
Yeah, it's all compact.
Yeah, through the week it like melted a little bit, and then you have those people out there walking those trails.
Yeah.
So it compacts even more. So then it turns into ice.
Yeah.
And then we started getting a dusting right before we got there this morning.
Yeah, we got done and it's like a foot of snow.
Yeah, like I think I'd say probably an inch fell by the time we were out there.
There's a lot.
Yeah, but like an inch or two of snow on top of compact icy snow, it does that. You'll wake up tomorrow like you'll be able to feel like all like the tendons and ligaments around like your ankles and knees. Like it's like, oh wow, that's different.
Yeah, dude. No, it was gnarly. Like I felt like was it Mike? Mike was like he was literally just ice skating, and like I felt horrible, but he had to have the hardest compound tread on the bottom of the boots.
It did not come prepared.
And they were all worn down, and the dude's literally you go down like a slight grade, and he's sitting there just slipping like banana peel style. Yes. Like, holy shit, man. I was like, my tennis shoes have more grip than that. But then, I start talking shit and I'm like, hey, Dusty, I was like, why don't you level the playing field? Give those cleats back here to Mike. Dude, Mike was up my ass. I mean, he was fucking pushing me and I'm sitting there dying. I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. But yeah, it's no joke. You start slip sliding on that. My ankles I can't believe I didn't break an ankle out there.
Yeah,
like
you got to take it. You got to go at your own pace. But it is good, like, to do that. It's like to realize, like, how soft our bodies get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
how
like,
much of a pussy I am? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm just saying in general, like how soft, like when you're used to, walking on concrete and, everything's salted for you. And
oh yeah,
we don't have any, like, so you go out there and you start slipping and sliding, your ankles and your knees and all your joints and ligaments and tendons are like, what, you expect us to work now after 30 years of never doing anything, whatever? Like, now you expect us to, like, try to be a humanoid? Get out of here.
Well, I think I was going to check Marysville because now you and Tony got me on the bourbon hunt. So I'm sitting there like Pokemon cards. You got to collect them all. And so I went into my local Kroger and it was started to get really slick. And I was walking out to my car and I passed this kind of overweight guy, and all of a sudden, man, I just heard this whoosh, boom.
Oh,
and
no.
I looked back and I saw him midair, man. He was feet up, getting ready to just bam, slam down and just smacked his head. And he went, oh, I'm like, you all right, bro? And he just didn't even answer. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, if you're not used to walking on that kind of stuff, I mean, you're soft, man.
Right. And I think about that too. Like, I guess that's what drives me while I'm out there.
Yeah. Don't be such a softy.
Yeah. And it's like, well, that's that. And it's, this is all right. And did my hard thing for the day.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is like contemplating if we had to do that, like humans have had to do throughout history, like, just walking across.
Oh yeah.
Across the landscape.
Yeah.
Like, it's only been up until the last, 150 years that like people just didn't walk across the landscape everywhere.
I ordered on Amazon Prime. I'll be here in a couple hours.
Yeah. Like,
where's my Cheetos?
If you wanted to try, like if you wanted to go see California when this country started out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You literally had to like walk or be rich enough to have a horse to travel. I don't know. I wonder how long it takes. I wonder how long it used to take them.
I think you do it on Apple Maps. You can sit there and click the walking thing. I think it's like 16 days or something.
Yeah, but I wonder how long like it would actually take you.
Probably a month.
Because you walk and then you got to set up camp and
Yeah. Scorpions and stuff.
All
you never know.
All those things.
Food, pee and poop.
Yeah, like no.
Yeah, dude, it'd probably take you a month or more.
I don't know. Well, it takes. Dude, so the Appalachian Trail.
Hold on. Yeah, keep talking.
What do you mean? What are you holding on? Oh, you grabbing your phone down?
Yeah,
I mean, I could look it up.
Hold on, I can look this up.
I could look it up. I could pull the things over.
Well,
but what do you think about the Appalachian Trail? The Appalachian, like, have you ever talked?
Yes, I've heard about it.
Have you ever like been on any of it or anything like that, or talked to anybody that has done it?
I have talked to my neighbor, his brother. He's a little bit older. He's like 60s. He's hiked the whole Appalachian Trail.
Okay.
And I guess it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I've known one person that's done the whole thing.
There's actually also there's a record for hiking it the fastest or something like that.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
And the dude that got it, it was I think he jogged the entire way, and the pace that he jogged at was insane. Whoa!
Man, someone put their phone on silent.
Let's see.
What a ringer. What a dinger that is.
I know. What part of California you want to walk to?
I don't know.
You want to say like
not San Francisco? I can tell you that.
No.
Or LA.
No, LA. Dude, I'll tell you. Let's do Big Bear. How about that? So
Where's that? Where's Big Bear at?
So Big Bear is in the valley. It's in the Angels National Forest, I think is what it is.
We're talking north, south.
So it is southeast of LA. LA. Yeah. Now I'm doing it. So let me do walking. So driving, if we just straight drove there, all right?
Right.
It would take us 1 day, 9 hours.
So you could do that in one shot. You're looking at probably like an hour and maybe, or a day in like 10 to 15 hours, realistically.
Oh, realistically? If you drove straight through?
Yeah. Well, it depends on how fast you're going too, because there's some places where you can pick up some time. Because that's like one day and 9 hours from like consistent. You know what I mean? If you were a consistent speed, you figure gas stops, food stops, all those things, but also how fast are you driving? Oh, did you ever? There was the people. I think it was in the just not recently.
Walking directions are not available.
No, they won't give you walking directions, but they set the record for the time. Drive from New York City or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's the Vin Wiki did it. It's the not the cannonball. It is a cannonball, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's whoever can get from. It's like a parking garage in New York to is it Santa Monica or something crazy in California?
Yeah.
And what they do, I think the record winner, they took a Mercedes Benz. I think it was an E-Class, and then they blacked out part of the taillights to make it look like a Honda Accord. And they covered up all the emblems and stuff like that. They put an additional fuel tank in there.
Yeah, they really tricked it. I don't remember where I heard that story. I heard
Vin Wiki.
No, I can't remember if I saw like a documentary on it or if I just saw it on YouTube or somewhere. But I watched that story. It's a pretty. It's like a Red Bull commercial. I don't know, something. But it's pretty wild.
It's highly illegal because what the thing is like, yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Doug Tabbitt.
Actually, I think it says 27 hours. I think it's less than that.
27 hours and 25 minutes.
That's in 2019, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they broke that shit.
Did they?
Oh yeah. That's the Mercedes Benz that I was talking about.
Yeah.
E series, E63.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all fuel. Yeah.
The trunk is just all fuel. I heard him talking about because I remember
there it is. There we go. All right, so that's the 5th fastest. So we're going down.
Oh, okay, 2020.
Yeah, it's sub 24 hours.
Yeah, but those guys, like, I can't remember what the.
We'll find out if you keep scrolling. Oh, the motorcycle
that's a
one.
Motorcycle record, 32 hours. It would be much harder to do it on a motorcycle.
Why?
Well, not
haul some ass.
Yeah, but fuel.
Yeah, same thing. They get
better gas mileage. You can travel. Yeah, but you can travel a lot.
EV record. All right, now I'm out.
Oh yeah,
I got to charge. Hold on.
42 hours.
So what was the fastest gas right there? 20. I swear they had a sub 24 hours.
Even then, that's cooking. I think it was
Well,
they had to drive like an average of like 120 miles an hour or something like that.
Yeah, that's with stops.
With stops.
That's while you're stopped.
Yeah, and he said I remember the one guy he was talking about. He said that they were at one point for like it was a few hours. They were going through some city and like they were driving like 50 miles an hour at fastest.
Well, and
it was like, so you still averaged at like 120 some miles per hour for 26 hours
because they're doing 180 mile an hour for like 3 hours straight.
Yeah, it's like through the Dakotas and all that.
How are you doing 180 miles an hour? Like just you get a turtle. A turtle comes out. You're fucked.
That's what they said. Like their biggest fear, because someone was asking like, what about the cop situation? You know, this, that, whatever. They have people. Well, they'd have people like along the path. That would,
it's pacers basically. Same thing they do with running.
Yeah, let them know if like there's cops or whatever. But he said like honestly, he's like the biggest fear is going 180 miles an hour out in the middle of nowhere and something running out in the road. He's like that's our biggest fear. The whole time is something coming out.
Armadillo.
Yeah, like.
Who knows?
Fuck up your day real quick.
Anything really. Even if it's like a fox. I saw, what was it, Whistling Diesel. He had an Audi R8 he just bought. It was all decked out and everything. He was doing like 130 or 140, hit a fox, completely totaled the front of his car almost. Like it blasted the radiator and stuff like that. I mean, you can't go
at that speed. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Anything. A bug, man. Big enough. I'm just joking.
Be a big bug.
Yeah, big ass bug. But yeah, I mean, dude, that's cooking, man. And then you can see right there, they've got iPads. I mean, Waze.
Oh yeah,
Waze is the shit. By the way, I love Waze. You ever used Waze?
I have not.
Dude, Waze, literally you get moving, and it'll tell you if there's a cop coming up.
Oh yeah,
and it's. I mean, I was picking up cops that were sitting here down the street from you, and it was like, oh, there's a cop. I'm like, middle of a snowstorm. Sure enough, there's a cop right there. It's like, holy cow!
I wonder how it does that.
People. It's
yeah, but I know people just report it, but
yeah, you're like the holdout that isn't using it. Everybody else is. They're all reporting cops.
I don't worry about it because I drive like a grandpa.
Yeah,
well, not a grandpa. I drive 5 miles over the limit now.
Oh,
that's what I do.
Ooh,
that's what
really?
that's.
Wow, Karen, that's pretty fast.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's just what I. Well, because for the longest time, like I drove a company vehicle.
Oh, that's
that had a GPS in it, and if you went, was it 10 over?
Yeah, I've been
for
there.
more than like 2 seconds. it'll ding you.
Yeah.
And if you go faster than 75 miles an hour, it'll ding you.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I was like, well, I'm at work. I get paid by the hour, basically. You know, like, why? What am I in the rush for?
Yeah, who cares?
I'm not in a rush at all. So then it just like transferred to that. Now it's like, well, now I'm like, well, I gotta go slower so I can save gas.
Dude, exactly.
Because gas prices are fucking insane.
It's I'll tell you what, it is enjoyable to not really worry about the speed, like to just drive the speed limit or drive 5 over. It's so relaxing. It's so nerve wracking though when you're trying to drive 80 or 90 miles an hour. Like I got up here and I'm 2 hours away, and I shaved. What time did I pull in? 8:05.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, when I left the house, it said my ETA was 8:17.
Yeah.
And that was with an average of me driving like the week before up to Michigan, and I was cooking up to Michigan. Right. So I was going
71's a good highway to do that on, because
it is.
There is traffic. It's like there's just enough traffic to like you can kind of blend in and stuff, and if there is a cop, you can kind of like, but it's not enough like too much.
Airplanes will get you.
Yeah, but
I've gotten hit with the airplane. Oh yeah. I don't know what I was driving up to. Maybe it was coming up to see you, but or maybe it was Roverfest. I don't know. Got hit by the airplane. He just points at me. He's like, "You." And I'm like, I don't know who you're looking at. I'm gonna keep driving. And then he pulled out and got me. He's like, "You didn't see me pointing at you?" I was like, "Dude, I'm looking at cars. I'm not looking at you."
Yeah, I'm not looking at something on the side of the road. Like, it's not moving.
God. Yeah, no. So, but yeah, he's like, "The airplane got you." I was like, "I'm going with the flow of traffic." He's like, "Well, must be your unlucky day because he picked you out." I'm like, "Great."
See, that's why people get pissed off.
Yeah.
Give me a break here.
I'm like, dude, everybody's doing 80. If you're not doing 80, you're getting ran over.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you're moving with traffic. I remember I used to drive out to New York and city. Yeah,
wow.
But like you get like into like half, like maybe a third way into Pennsylvania, and you notice the speed just starts picking up.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah, but everybody, like the closer you get to New York City, just the speed just keeps on going faster.
Okay.
Like everybody it'll be when you get to Ohio. So like it's funny because we leave Ohio and you'll cross into Pennsylvania.
I drove that drive.
You're doing like 60 miles an hour. Everyone's doing like 65 and then 70. And I think now it's up to 70 the speed limits. But like people will be doing like 78, 80, and then like the closer and closer you get out there, it's like they'll go 90, and then the speed limit drops to 55. And they're still just going 90. Yeah. It's like, okay, I see what's going on.
Well, it's funny. There was so I went to New Jersey. I went to, it was for work. What the hell was the place called? Anyways, it was in New Jersey. And you go from Pennsylvania over into New Jersey, and there's a bridge right there. And everybody says, don't speed over the bridge. There's no cops, but there's cameras. And so everybody that was just doing 90 and a 55 slows down to 55.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
And then it's 45 on the thing, so they even slow down anymore. So it's like they slow way down. They go over the bridge. Right after the bridge, pedal to the metal, baby.
That's funny.
So I don't know. Apparently the bridge is like you're gonna get pulled over, but
or they take a picture of your license plate and just mail it to you.
Yeah, here you go. Sir.
I mean, that would work though. Really, if you got like a thing in the mail for $100 ticket going over the bridge, and it's like then you always know it's there. So it's like, well, no speeding over the bridge anymore.
Yeah, that's my fear, man. Is like the road trips I've been on is like I'm cooking, and it's like I'm gonna get something in the mail. It says like, sir, you need to come to court. You know, because it's
like
that
in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
like what?
Yeah, when I drove to Colorado, it was 20 hours, and there was I drove pretty much 5 over the whole way out.
Right.
Because I was like, I need to do gas mileage. I don't really care about.
Yeah, sometimes it's just not worth it.
No. Actually, you can't drive 90 for 20 hours straight, because if you do that, you're just exhausted mentally, because you're just trying to make sure there's no. I mean, just 5 over, don't care. Watch Harry Potter, you're good to go.
Watch Harry. I would suggest not watching stuff while you're driving. Disclaimer.
I meant visualizing Harry Potter the movie.
I kind of what you're saying. That makes more sense. Yeah. Audiobook, maybe.
Yeah.
Audiobook.
Allegedly, if you put an iPad there, it may work. But just saying, allegedly.
Go with the audiobook.
Audiobooks are better, yeah.
Yeah.
Just take a shitload of edibles and just fucking drive.
Also a bad idea. Also, I would not suggest doing that either. Don't do that.
Hyper focused.
Yeah, don't do that either. I would suggest
you got a mad stash of whiskey next to you, man.
Yeah, well, it was good. I got the delivery today.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'll be set now. Now I can
Now you're a happy man. You were shitting
No.
bricks, dude. You're like, holy shit! I didn't know there was anything. This is limited, and I'm out.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll, like I said, I don't know if they'll if they will keep making it and delivering it, but it's.
I didn't see any. When I looked at it, everything had dust on it. It was nothing. It was like in the last call bin kind of thing.
Well, people don't know
That
what
was
they missed.
at least for the port finish.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but now I have a couple of them, so I can keep them and enjoy them.
When you chug those, I got a couple waiting for you.
No, I'm not gonna. No chugging. No chugging.
Yeah, you can do like a whiskey stand or something.
No,
like that, so
that'd be a terrible. That honestly, that'd be a terrible waste of money.
it'd be fun.
No.
Oh, that would be a trip to the hospital, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would definitely be a trip to the hospital. Probably.
Don't do that then.
No.
Just sip on it consistently.
That's the plan. Just to sip on it.
Good. Well, what's new with you, brother? You got a lot going on.
I'm not. Yeah, kind of not really. It's the same old for me. I always have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Mainly that I just realized that I think we are over a year and a. No, we'll be close. We're almost doing this for a year and a half. Yeah, almost been a year and a half now. We've been doing this.
I was gonna say, I mean, you inspired me to go buy a microphone.
Yeah.
Someone bought me a Shure microphone.
There you go.
MV7.
Ooh.
And then you can plug your Apple headphones into the back of it.
Ooh.
It's real fancy.
That is fancy. They're coming up with all types of fancy stuff these days.
Well, it's USB and a XLR.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to get fancy and do XLR, you can. If you're not fancy, you can plug in through USB.
Yeah, but sometimes fancy isn't what you need.
Well, that's kind of where I got, because I was going to buy like the Rode Podcaster or Rodecaster or whatever it is, Pro.
Yeah.
And get like two of the was it SM7Bs and like okay, I priced it out. I was like, okay, I'm like $2,000. I can have most of the stuff. So around $2,500, and I'll have everything, including software, computer. I might have to go buy that. So it's like $3,000. But then you got to think about it, is like, do you really want to do that?
Yeah. And do you really need to do that?
Well, not if you're first starting out, because you don't know if you're actually going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Much as I like to hear myself talk, I'll probably enjoy it. But
you can go, especially if you're just doing a podcast, like
audio only.
Especially if you do audio only.
Oh, dude.
If you don't worry about the video, because it depends on like why you want the video. You know what I mean? Because it depends. Whatever. But if you would just went just audio only, I mean, you can get into it for so cheap. It's really not that expensive.
Dude, you could get Apple headphones plugged into your phone and just like hit record.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're one of I'm saying just as like you can get decent quality.
Oh, a notch up from that?
Yeah. Like, all right, this sounds like
AirPod Pros. Okay.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Because there's a big difference there. And that was one of the things when we did this, like, because I don't know, like, what, you're right?
Not thirsty, man.
Oh, okay.
You okay with that?
You just
is it all right? It's not whiskey?
Yeah, you just made
Holy shit. Sacrilege.
Made it okay, whatever. But like if it sounds like decent and it can sound, relatively good quality, like that's important.
It's different. Like, I noticed I was sitting there and I could hear like my lips moving, like, like I just went, that was my beard, and I could hear it through the headphones. I'm like, oh, like that's a little different.
Yeah.
I actually had a conference call with my microphone.
Yeah.
It was, and I asked the people, I was like, hey, you guys hear me okay? And it was a video call, and I had the microphone just off screen. Like, oh yeah, we can hear you. Why? I'm like, I'm using this sweet microphone. I was like, check it out. And they're like, oh, okay. Cool.
It's like, cool. Good for you, Chad.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, back to the rollout that we're doing.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, fine. Fuck you guys. You don't care about my sweet microphone.
And then I messaged the guy that's like does what does he do? He does the Twitch. And I was like, hey bro, can I test out my microphone and video with you? And he's like, yeah, sure, man. And he's like, oh, it's pretty sweet. He's like, I just use a Yeti. I'm like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, I just use the Yeti.
Yetis make decent microphones.
Well, and I was looking at that because the Yeti is I don't want to talk the whole damn time about Yetis and shit, but it is the
talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, man. It's the it was
it's my fucking podcast. I'll do what I want.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll talk about podcast on a podcast.
Podcast inception.
I'm sure there's plenty of them out there. There are podcasts on how to.
Oh yeah, I watched
on how to
them.
do podcasts.
There's a really famous guy that did it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's all types of things.
He actually uses the Rodecaster Pro, and he was talking about why that's so nice to sit there and have the physical keys to adjust the levels and stuff like that on the fly. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Look at this." He's like, "You can record it all." I mean, he was going nuts with it. And then I saw like a year later, he was talking about some other shit, and I was watching something about video splicing, and he was still using the Rodecaster Pro, and I'm like, oh, he must have liked that. And I was like, well, maybe look into that. I was like, $500, holy cow! So,
yeah, it all depends on.
I guess what do you want to do?
What do you want to get?
Like your shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
dude, I need to buy one.
It's a nice shirt. It's different. It's cut different, but it's really nice. I like it.
It has built-in traps. Is that what it is?
No, I don't. It's just.
You gotta watch the video back. It looks like you got these giant traps.
No,
I know
I
you
just,
do, but
it did like the neck's a little tighter, which sometimes is okay.
so
And
medium.
the sleeves are longer,
Oh, okay.
and the shirt's like longer too. So which is it's
So
nice, but it still fits.
Yeah.
It's
It's built for a pencil neck big guy. Just no neck.
pencil neck. Yeah, I guess.
pencil neck
Or
big
if you
guy.
like to feel just a little bit of closure,
Like choke. I want to feel like I'm choked all day.
I want to feel like I'm being choked
just
by a very weak,
just rest it
by a
on
very
there.
weak-handed
Yeah.
person. all day long.
I'm into just the soft choking. Like
Yeah,
it's not even
just a
like
little
going to
bit.
do anything, but it's
Yeah.
like you could.
I just want to feel like that they have the ability
all
to,
day long.
if they wanted to.
Yeah, it just keeps my shit straight.
Exactly.
I won't fuck up. Like
It's a
speeding? No, I'm not going to speed. I
It's a
feel like I'm
reminder.
choked.
Yeah. Bingo. Right there. That's what it is.
Dude. All right. How is the whiskey?
It's
which
good.
one is that?
So this is the Old Soul.
Okay.
So it's good. I was talking about barrel numbers before we started.
Yeah.
How like the Old Soul and this brandy
Brandy wine.
whatever it is,
Brandy wine.
with a J.
Brandy wine.
How these two are 5 barrels apart. So this Old Soul is out of, because it's all from one barrel, 4729,
Mhm.
and the brandy wine is 4724.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like, so it'll be interesting to see how different they taste.
Well, it's got a different mash. It's got a different makeup, right? But it was put in the same area.
Mm-mm.
You think it's the same shit?
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's so
and they just
it's
named
so drastically different that they named it different.
No, so it's a so like it's like a barrel pick. When you see something, it's a barrel pick.
Well, yeah, but look at
Right.
all that stuff right there. All that stuff's in different barrels. The
What
port,
stuff?
The port finish.
Yeah, because that's not how it's advertised. This is this is finished in port cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all coming out of the same thing, right? Or it's different barrels.
Yes, but
Or
they mix it
blended
all together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like they make more of it.
Well, here, grab me a glass. I'll
Where
try the
this
Old
is,
Soul.
so like these are barrel selects,
Yeah.
private barrel selects, single
Yeah.
barrel. So anything in this jar literally just came out in the barrel, and that's it.
I forgot
that one single barrel.
We didn't really go like the last pod with me and Josh. We didn't go deep into like what the hell we were doing. We just started cracking shit and going.
Yeah.
And the barrel picks, that's so interesting to me. Is like, and is it somebody from like OHLQ that goes out and is like, I
Yeah.
want that one?
Yeah, they go through it. I think
That's a job.
I
for
think it's what
Tony.
they go through and they try them.
Okay.
They're able to go and they say, all right, we'll let you try these 15 barrels.
Mhm.
So then they try them and go, we want this one.
Yeah.
So that's why. So it's somebody going and like trying a really good barrel.
But think about
essentially.
that. That's a state job.
Sweet. Yeah, OHLQ. Yeah, it's all around by the state.
It's a state job.
Yeah, like I wonder how that works. Do they like
Bro,
just get,
They just get lit all
state
day.
workers get lit all day? Just
Yeah.
lit all
You
day.
can- It's the one
I'm sure
job.
I'm
that
sure
you
it's very.
drink
They
on the
drink
job.
very little, but still, like
Yeah,
you're still drinking
Yeah,
on the
you're-
job.
You're right. They're like, hey, this is a great one. We'll pick that one. Hey, can I have a big glass of that?
Yeah. Well, that's like I think Tony mentioned it the one time you were on here where they said that they could, I can't remember the story. he tells it. There's this one particular company or something where they found they could tell which
Oh,
barrels,
the shiny barrels.
which barrels were the best because these guys would rub up their
Yeah, the
bellies
big old
against
fat
them,
dudes.
so it ended up smoothing like the side of the barrel.
Yeah, the shiny barrels. Yeah, it was the last one.
I don't remember what company or whatever that was for, but
I don't know.
it's a neat story.
Was it Josh or Tony that told it?
Tony's mentioned that before.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Tony.
Yeah, dude, that was interesting. No, it's been fun. I mean, it's it all started when I was out in Wyoming, and honestly, I came back and I was like, I got on the OHLQ website and just started doing like a scavenger hunt for myself. I was like, come on, kids, get in the car. We're gonna go to Columbus, and we call. Well,
Come on, kids, we're going liquor hunting.
we're going liquor, and that's what it is. I told my wife, I was like, hey, we're going liquor hunting. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? No, but what we call it Fred tea.
Yeah.
So,
Welcome to Ohio.
yeah. So my kiddo, my 3-year-old, she's like, She's like, Daddy, what are you getting? Can I try some of that? I said, no, it's tea. It's for Fred. I want to try Fred tea. I'm like, no, I don't think Fred tea, you're going to be able to try that. It's just for Fred. And so when we go whiskey hunting, it's trying to find tea for Fred.
That's funny.
Different teas that Fred likes. Because it's colored like Fred, or tea.
It is kind of colored like tea. I'll give you that.
So, all right, well, let me try some of that, man.
Do you want to try this Old Soul?
Yeah, just a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah, it's good. It was much better at the end.
Okay.
After, like usual.
I got this like wicked cotton mouth going on, dude.
You want some water?
I've got a water.
Oh, okay.
You yelled at me last time I drank it.
I don't know if this is going to help you. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll stimulate.
I don't want a lot. I'm talking like splash.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
Yep.
Swoosh it.
That's good.
You get older, every time you move, you gotta go.
Yeah, maybe I do enjoy those commercials.
Oh, what was it? Yeah,
they do all like the different things, and the one guy sits down, and he's like, not bad.
Was it Letterkenny that did that?
I think they did do a joke about that too. Right. Yeah,
it looks like I've got ice in here, but I don't.
No, the little mountains.
Is that a mountain?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's got some ethanol.
Yeah, it is. That's what the first sip or two. I was like, ooh.
She got cooled down a little bit.
Yeah. Actually, if you let it sit there, it got much better. If I just let it as it sat there.
Let it sit.
Yeah.
Because then I want you to crack open the other one.
Yeah, the brandy.
Because I've got another bottle of both of them.
Winge. Yeah. Brandy Winge.
Brandy wine.
I don't know what that is supposed to be.
Brandy wine. It's out in Colorado.
Oh, it's spelled like that?
Well, the J's not there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why the J?
What's the J? I don't know. You may call them.
I mean, not particularly. I mean, you can if you want to.
Do it live. Do it on the show.
No, that's never a good idea.
It is.
Right up. We'll do it live. Fuck it. You fucking thing sucks.
You put it on. Dude, you gotta play that. Just saying.
Can we find it? I'm sure I could find it.
It's
I love that. That's definitely, was that Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah, it was O'Reilly, dude. I quote that so much.
It's
that and Circle Back. Those are the two.
Oh, yeah, well.
Look at that. Bill Gates is like 3 on there. We got Bill Maher, Bill Nye, Bill Gates, Bill Harder. Who the hell's that? Bill Cosby. He's out of jail.
Cower, Burr, and Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton's down there.
Oh, Clinton is
for now until he gets Epsteined.
No. Oh, I should have typed that in right.
Fucking sucks. Are you sure it's not like do it live?
Yeah, no, fucking thing sucks. That's my favorite part.
Oh yeah, where's that?
Oh, I know. I got
dude. All right, quick break.
All
right, so I'm gonna do this little test while he does that. All right, you're right, dude. The ethanol it burned off a little bit. All right.
Yeah. You gotta give it a taste or two. Give it a taste or two. Let it sit.
It's a little woody.
Yeah, give it.
The tongue does not like that whatsoever.
Yeah. Not a huge fan.
It is a little woody.
Today.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Okay, I don't know whatever it is. It's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. That is it for us today.
Oh, dude, this is a montage.
I don't want that.
Go get the original one, dude. Is this your first time Googling?
This is the first time I have Googled.
Dude, just do it live, Bill O'Reilly. Do it live. You're spelling it wrong.
I know. I'm not looking at it. I'm trying to turn sideways.
We'll do it live.
All right, maybe this. Oh yeah, 38 seconds. This is
okay.
It doesn't like this table.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Yeah.
Fucking thing sucks.
Fucking thing sucks.
That's my favorite part.
4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Then he freaks out. Oh, it doesn't show it. Have you seen the one that doesn't cut off? He throws shit. And he's fuck this. You can just see him MF in the background. I was like,
it's awesome. It's awesome.
All right, so this is good. Do you taste the woodiness in there?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some woodiness. I don't think it's predominantly.
No. It's not like it's not like the what is it called? The stuff that I was said it's like licking wood or something. It's not like that.
Oh yeah, I got a mashup of that. I'm gonna have to put that up.
Dick, what are you talking about?
I'm going to. Not mashup.
A mashup of me saying it's licking
Yeah,
wood.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Yeah, I was actually going to put it out last week on the Instagram just to throw a video out there. I just forgot. No, I got it. It's actually on my phone, ready to upload. You know what? I'll upload it right now. We'll do it right.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it right now. We'll do it live. You're
All right, dude. I will say the finish on that's pretty good.
The finish is good. The entrance.
That
is
initial, it needs to chill for a hot minute.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's in here.
Finish is good though. Good thing it's snowing outside. I'm gonna have fun driving home.
Yeah.
Now, okay, what model of microphones are these? Oh, you
Yeah.
really did, you asshole.
Oh yeah, dude. But there's been a lot of cask involvement going on.
But you can taste the wood. You can literally taste like you're licking some freaking wood. And I'm not talking about penis.
We'll pull that.
Definitely
out.
not penis. Wood like this table.
Yeah, definitely gotta snip that one.
No
Right at the end there
clarification.
too. No explanation. Just
Well,
Yeah,
appreciate
there's-
it, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking tag me. Hit me up, boys.
Yeah.
I like licking wood.
I don't know about there. Oh,
Dude,
no,
I
it was fun though. It's
what one was that? It was the oak. Was it
I can't remember. I don't know.
it's Elijah Craig. And
Was it?
Yeah, it was the oak something or other. I don't know. That's good.
It was good.
Very
Ooh.
good. Different?
Yeah.
Big difference?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Try it.
Yeah. Bring it over here.
That's good.
I have a second bottle in the car.
Try that.
And
Maybe
I'll only
it-
charge you $4 more.
Oh, well, it was like a holding fee.
Yeah, bro. It takes gas and shit. All right, hold on. I'm joking.
Not too much.
What's the thing that people they get like the high end microphones and then crank the gain all up and do like the
We just
ASMR?
we literally just talked
did
about
you?
that in the last podcast.
I didn't finish the last podcast.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, ASMR.
Oh, this is so great.
Yeah, because she was Sierra was making fun of Tony for his beard, scratching the microphone and rubbing her chin hairs on there,
Yeah.
and that's when we actually talked about that. That's
Ooh.
funny. That's
This is
funny.
interesting. All right, so
Um,
you want to do it real quick? Ready? Okay, I'm going to try this. Be quiet, Fred. This is so different. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to have an OnlyFans account next.
I think that's the most disturbing thing I've ever had on this podcast for sure.
Ooh, oh, not that.
No, definitely. Yeah,
That's-
right. That
Ooh,
right there.
and it's
I
the hot
apologize.
finish too, man.
Apologize for that. It's good though.
Dude,
It's entirely different, isn't it?
it is. That's a hot finish.
5 barrels apart.
Bro, it's a different freaking makeup. It's gotta be. That tastes so different because the ethanol's not
It's
there
the-
until the
It's
end.
the barrel, bro.
Ethanol's not there till the end, and that stuff it just warms at the end. It's a warm.
Yeah.
I know I don't have the describing words that Josh has. Sorry,
nobody
Josh.
does.
Josh is like, it was a
I
nutty
think
finish.
I could be wrong, but I'm gonna say 85% certain that those were made to be intended as whatever, and they were it's just different barrels.
That's got to be by far one of the top 10. Well, top 5 because I haven't had that much to drink. But top 5, I would say it's pretty good.
It's really good.
I tried a lot the last time. The oak finish or whatever it is, that was probably number 1, just because it was interesting.
Yeah.
Willet was tasty as all get out. That was good.
Mm.
The old Kirk or whatever it was, too ethanol-y. Didn't like it. That was pretty damn good though.
It's really good.
Yeah,
It
that was
might
really good.
be a good find. Where'd you find that one at?
I don't know, somewhere in Columbus, somewhere Carfagna's or something like that.
Hmm.
I don't want to say that. I don't know how you say it, but it's the meat store that turned into a grocery store.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Oh, there you go.
a meat store that turned into a restaurant that turned into a grocery store and restaurant.
Oh.
That's
Well,
good though, man.
That's good. I don't know how people do that.
You got a
I-
healthy pour too.
It's not that much.
That's good.
Those people that do like, you think about like starting a business or any of those things,
Mm-hmm.
or like starting a new venture, like those people that think like, I want to open up a grocery store. Like what? You know what I mean? Like I just don't like, not like, that's super awesome. Like it's super cool. Or like even to me, even a restaurant. I guess restaurant makes a little bit more sense, but still is like mind blowing to me. But like that's super awesome. Like I find that just absolutely fascinating and cool. But like I don't understand. Like I know. I honestly say could never find myself in a position going or thinking, I want to open up a restaurant or a grocery store.
Yeah, Giant Eagle, man. Let's go.
Yeah, like I have
No. Now Bueller's is a different story. That's cool.
Even then, I couldn't do it.
Dude,
it's
it's so cool. Like I guess they had one where I live, but it closed down because it was I don't know. I enjoy it. I think the whole the grocery delivery system it's got, that's crazy.
That's neat. It is neat, but I just could never find myself like thinking this is what I want to do. I want to run a grocery store.
And then you start thinking like it was a liquor store in Colorado. I didn't buy anything in there because I wasn't on the liquor hunt yet, but I went in there to ask for directions, and it's just this dude that's, Middle Eastern kind of guy and lives in California and comes up there every once in a while to make sure the books are good. He just runs a big old liquor store. I was like, what do you do? Why do you like doing this? He's like, I don't know. It's good money. That's it. I'm like, what are you going to do with all the money? Like, what do you care? Like, I guess I would have to do something like passion. Like, what's your passion?
Right.
You know? And I was joking with Tony about going out to Colorado. I was like, get a plane ticket, bitch. Let's go. Let's look at some shit, because he's like, oh, I got to take the old lady to Nashville first. I was like, all right, well, you can do that next week.
Priorities.
Yeah.
Gotta have your priorities.
So, but I was like, dude, we should open up an exotic car rental thing, but also do exotic, like a garage. So they have it in Columbus and they have it in other states too, to where it's a garage that has like apartments or like studios or whatever things that you can have an office or whatever there, but you have your freaking badass car collection. You have people over, you got like pool tables and stuff there, and it's basically a chill zone to just hang out and check out your cars and stuff.
And so, look at my cars, everyone.
Yeah. Well, and then because he was talking about like the whole barbecue thing and the bourbon tasting and all that.
I thought you were talking earlier about like doing like a car rental business.
Oh, that too. So what you do is during the winter you store cars and you rent out the spaces to store other people's exotic cars, but you also have your own space to have exotic car rentals during the summer.
Right.
So, and then I even took it up a step past that. I was like, dude, we need to do guided tours, kind of like you do snowmobile tours, but do canyon tours. Everybody's got a walkie-talkie. You'd sound, all right, this turn 6, I suggest 30 miles per hour or something like. And you take these people through the mountains in exotic cars. That's
actually kind of a neat idea.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is you have millionaires that have a shitload of cars, so like they can't drive them all at once. So there's also a second business there that I'm not going to speak about openly, but you can kind of figure it out.
Right.
But exotic car rentals and then exotic car tours, and then the winners do snowmobile tours, and then also have the condominiums and things set up, the leasing area, and then also the storage, and then have a little private entrance into your barbecue restaurant on the other side with your whiskey tasting, your whiskey club, and then have your fucking podcast studio chilling there. It's literally an all-in-one.
That'd be super cool.
But you buy out you make an entire building, and then you lease out other things for other shops and stores.
Right. That's a super neat idea.
Tony's like, where's your capital coming from? I was like, oh, dude. I was like, your piggy bank, not mine.
I was going to say, because that's a tough one there, because that's a lot of capital.
It's a shitload, man.
A shitload of capital.
Yeah.
But the one thing, and I'm going to be unpopular, judgy opinion.
Critical, man.
And I shouldn't say this, but I feel like it's probably true. I don't know if I could deal with all those rich fucks all the time.
Oh, no.
Because some of those fucks.
Yeah, they're needy. They're like, there's an oil spot.
Entitled.
Yeah.
It's the entitledness that I can't fucking stand.
I just think
that's and that's why I said I prefaced it with this is super judgy and I shouldn't be saying this, but like everybody, even if you're rich, you know those rich people that are just fucking like, I'm rich, leave me alone.
Well, that's the problem, is they're not rich. No, but you like, I would say there's the Millionaire Next Door is a book, right?
Yeah.
And it's the guy that literally has New Balances, drives a Honda Civic, and has a moderately optioned house, a 2-story house he still cuts the grass and everything like that. But he's a millionaire. And my
Well, there's
wife,
plenty of them out there.
yeah, my wife, she's a
Yeah, I wasn't talking shit about those people.
Yeah, no, those people are cool. My wife's got a couple clients like that, and you would never know it
Oh yeah.
ever.
Mhm.
Super humble people. Then you've got the millionaires that are millionaires, but are still great people. I would say, I don't know, Tony, kind of like his personality, just like, hey, I want to help people. Like, let's help. Like, hey,
Right.
let's.
I think Tony would object though that he's not a millionaire.
No.
So-
I'm not saying he is.
Yeah,
But
I feel like I'd have to.
I'm
He'd
just
be
saying-
like,
I'm just saying his personality of
Yeah.
like wanting to help people out. Like,
Right,
he's
for sure.
super down to help people out. Super good for good company. I mean, those type of people, and those kind of people still drive Mercedes Benz and things like that.
Right.
But then you've got the ones that are not millionaires but think they are.
That's a tricky one. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're driving Lambos that they're leasing. They're doing this, that, and the other. But the cool part about that is, think about this, Fred. If you go out and you buy a $250,000 Lamborghini, right? You go to the bank, you get a loan. It's whatever crazy interest rate, and it's a special edition, limited, whatever, blah 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 blah. Right?
Then you let somebody else drive it.
No, time out.
Oh.
Time out. You go to sell it, and now it's a $300,000 or a $350,000.
Right.
You've driven it for a year. You've put 20,000 miles on it, maybe in 2 years, and you've just made $100,000. You made $100,000. It's an investment.
Oh yeah.
And somebody said that. I was watching a podcast. They were talking about that. I'm like,
Well, I've mentioned that before. Even
holy shit, that's crazy.
when when I had the epiphany when maybe when I was like 30, I think maybe it's so funny when you grow up and like when you grow up from being a little kid, like things that like you look back on and go, holy shit, I never saw that. Like
Yeah.
it was right in front of me the whole like, and I just never got it, never understood it until now. Like something happens and it's like, oh, now I get it. Life makes a little bit more sense now.
Yeah.
But I had the epiphany that like with like investments, you look at the stock market and cars,
Yep.
real estate, all these people like, what? I used to think, probably because I was poor as fuck, but I used to think, why the hell do you need 8 different vacation houses?
Yeah.
Like what? Like why? You can't even vacation at them all. Like, you know what I mean?
Because it's an investment.
But then I realized
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with the house or the property or if they buy the piece of art to hang on the wall. It has nothing to do with who, who painted it or, the feeling, the drama and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's just, I have so much fucking money. I need to figure out where to put it so I don't lose it. And like, it doesn't depreciate, like,
Yep.
and they can't come for me for capital gains or whatever it is. Like,
Mhm.
so I have to take all this money and buy houses and buy cars and collect cars and do all these things just
Oh, yeah.
because I have so much money.
To Elon Musk, man.
Yeah.
He has so much. He said he had houses. He had houses that he had never even stepped foot in. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you have that much money? And then he sold it all, which is the really interesting part.
Right. Well, and then when you look at it from that aspect, then it's no longer, people think about their house.
Yeah.
I own my house, or I'm, buying my house,
Yeah.
paying it off, whatever. But then when they think of additional houses, you go, okay, I get like, we have a beach house that, we have enough money. We got a little extra piece of like vacation property that, we go down the family, like we'll share it and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's cool. But then you think about these people that have like 7, 8, whatever, however many houses. It's no longer houses at that point. It's just, I own property.
Oh yeah, you rent it out, and it's
Yeah.
revolving
It's,
income.
yeah. You know what I mean? But like
Yep.
the way like a normal person thinks about a house,
Mhm.
it's when you're doing that, you're not thinking about it as a house. You're thinking about it as I own property.
Well, the wife and I talked about that too. Is like we were talking about going out to Colorado, and I said, well, let's just rent our house out. We'll get mortgage. We'll pay our mortgage and more. We'll go out there. Cost of living is going to be way more, but then we can offset that by our rental house. And the market tanks. Who gives a shit? We
Right.
still are leasing it or renting it out.
Right.
The market goes back up. We'll sell it. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
And I thought we'll go out there and rent, not buy. We'll go back here and we'll rent out our house.
Right.
And if something happens, sell the house. Or sorry, not sell the house. We'll kick the renter. Hey,
Right.
hit-
Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna come back.
Leases up.
Leases up, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, it's interesting. Money is interesting. You and I were talking about Bitcoin and everything like that.
Yeah. I think when you start seeing the backdrop of it all and like the underlying like structure of the financial system.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just money. You know, like money's great, but when you look at the financial system that supports and runs the money right now, like, and you start, because I don't know a goddamn thing. Like, I am 35 and I've basically learned more in the last 3 years than I have in my entire life. So I'm, you know, way down the bottom rung.
Mhm.
But like when you see the things that happen, like in the system, you go, oh, and you finally like start putting the pieces together. You go, oh, so that's why this works like this, that, like all these, especially in government and financial systems, it's just like, oh.
Well, we were talking about it before the podcast started, and it was, you know, Bitcoin. If it goes, not Bitcoin, but a digital currency.
Yeah.
If we go digital currency,
Oh, it's so scary.
and just like, so let's bring it back right now. So I've got a stack of dollars right here, and I'm the government, and I'm like, I need to print some more.
Yeah. Sweet.
Now I've got more.
Now I've got more.
What do you think? And it's like, dude, you just made more paper.
Yeah.
Yep, sure as shit did.
Yeah. But you can't do anything about it.
No, but I got gold to back it, right? I think maybe.
No.
I just keep printing more. It's good. But then if we go to a digital currency, we're like, oh, I want more. Add a zero. Yeah, buddy. I had 2 zeros. I got 2 more zeros on that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to pay some more debt off. Here you go. Do you accept my digital currency? A Bitcoin, you can't do that.
Right.
It's all out there already.
It's there. It's
Yeah.
all tracked by everybody.
Yeah.
There's no.
It's all tracked by everybody, but it's like, you talked about this. If I have 4 of something, I only have 4 of something. I can't just be like, oh,
You can't rip it in half because they're
now I've got more,
things.
baby.
Yeah.
No, man, you only got 4 of something. So literally, you're just trading out. So if you got 2 and you're like, oh, I want to buy all that shit from you, you give that to me. Now I got 3 and you got 1. That's it. There's some point at some time I'll be like, hey, can I have a drink? Sure. There's that.
Yeah.
Now you got 2. And that's all it is. So I think it's just back to like trading seashells, but the government's just printing out seashells.
Yeah. I think
basically.
the biggest thing with that is we need to detach. Kind of the same thing with the houses versus property.
Yeah.
Detach your, thought, your own personal experience around the thing and your own thoughts of it, and look at it just as from a purely like structural standpoint of the dollar bills. They're nothing. They're just printed dollars at the government. Like, who's the fucking government?
It started out banknotes. That was it.
Yeah. So it's
a
like
banknote.
it's the system is not nearly as robust and indestructible as people think it is.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason we think that is because since we've been alive, it hasn't happened. So we have like and since the United States has been like a thing, it hasn't happened. Well, the United States is only the currency is only 350 years old.
Paper money's only like 100.
Well, I'm just saying like the United States dollar.
Yeah.
Just the
It was on
dollar
coins.
in itself.
Yeah.
The dollar in itself is like, I think it's like 350 years old, something like that. But regardless of what it is, it's not that old. And there's only a few currencies that have lasted longer than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So in the realm of currencies and being valid and like in upholding their value, it's very old. But it's only 350 years old. So you know what I mean? Like,
oh, 1792.
Yeah.
The Coinage Act of 1792 was introduced the U.S. dollar as part of the Spanish silver dollar.
yeah. So 350. Yeah.
Something. It's crazy.
Yeah, so when you really put it in this scheme of things, people think, well, if we're talking, thousands of years, I'm not going to be alive for thousands of years. No big deal.
Right.
But those things, like all those things happen. There's really bad periods within those thousands of years. Do you want to live within one of those? Because, you could do that. And that's the scary part is, all right, maybe not me, but what about my kids?
Yeah.
And, if you don't have kids and whatever, I get it. Who cares? Burn it down, right? But like, all right, zoom way out. What about just, I don't know, the human race? If we don't know, that's the fascinating thing to me. Like, science perspective is we don't know if we're alone in the universe. Some scientists will say absolutely not. Some people will say, well, we actually are just that special. Either way, whatever.
Yeah, odds of that is like crazy.
Yeah, but whatever. But it's like Man, there's so much more going on than.
What do you think the currency of like an alien species is? Do you think there even is currency?
I don't know.
Think about it for a sec.
Do you need currency if you just all?
I don't know. But you still so like dial that way back. Somebody still has to plow the fields or mine.
Do they? If they are symbiotic with technology, and then eventually technology just takes over.
Well, if you have free energy over there somewhere on that. Oh, it is right there, right in the center. Free energy, which is energy derived from the solar system. You know,
Yeah.
if you have that, then you don't have to worry about energy to create things.
Sure.
You just do, and then so like that combine or whatever, or like plowing the field, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It just costs time. But if you don't have to do anything, you just send your AI droid out there to do it. That you had to pay for, but it's still at the end of the day, it's free.
I don't know. Haven't thought that far.
Yeah, you have. Had to have.
No, I don't.
What?
I don't. So
That rabbit hole you haven't gone down.
no,
Like
not
the currency of a
No.
alien species.
No,
species.
not at all. So here's
All
why.
right.
So I have said it before. I'm like an 85%er.
Okay.
I'll admit that in most things in my life. But I do that because I would rather have 1,000 things that I'm 85% good at than 2 things that I'm 100% good at.
Oh, okay.
That's like my mentality. Not that I don't want to like be an expert or something, or that experts like don't fascinate the fuck out of me.
Mhm.
Like, but I look at that and I go, I don't have the determination to do that, or even the want to do that. Like, I just don't want to take it that far. Like, as soon as I get to about 85%, I'm like, all right, that was cool.
Oh, we were talking about the table.
Yeah, I was like, all right, that was cool.
Yeah, you're like, "Ah,
What's
good."
the next thing
Or
I
the
can?
knives? You're like, yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, like what's the next thing I can do now? Like,
Yeah. I don't know, man.
So like when I think 85% gets me out of like this atmosphere of the earth and like into like all of the
All right.
crazy thoughts. But like when it comes to like, all right, now that we found these aliens,
Oh my god.
to think about their civilization, no, I'm out.
You don't care?
I'm not.
Okay,
I think it's cool.
All right.
I think it'd be cool. Like I'd like to know. I'd love to know, but I don't have the mental space to put time thinking about it.
I would say if they came out right now and they said, yes, there's an alien species that is over here. We've made contact. Here's where they're at in the galaxy. Your brain would
Now.
light the fuck up. You'd be
Now.
like, holy
Yeah.
shit. I
Yeah.
need ayahuasca and some fucking edibles and let's figure this out.
I don't know
need
about
to get
that.
on the journey.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but
I
yes,
know.
like you know what I mean. Like yeah,
you
at
gotta
that
get
point,
creative, man.
yeah, but at that point, the known bar
Okay.
will
all
have
right.
been lowered.
All right. Now you
So-
got an
so then
85% your way up.
Yeah,
Okay,
then
no.
it's then
All right.
okay. Now it's interesting again because there's
All
more
right.
there to find out.
All right.
Yeah, I agree there. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
All right.
If we knew there was aliens, yeah,
Dude, what more proof do you want, man? They're coming out of the freaking whoosh.
I haven't met him.
Dude, all right, so here, let me ask
I
you
haven't.
this.
See, I
I
will
know,
stick to that.
you're-
I don't know if the Earth is flat or if it's
Yeah,
round
that's what it is.
because I haven't seen it, and I also like anything. If
Haven't you been in a helicopter high enough to where you've seen that?
no, you can't get in a helicopter high enough.
Oh, really?
No, you
How
have
high
to
do
like
you have to be?
you have to be way up there.
Like 30,000 feet?
I think you have to be up there higher than like normal, like commercial airlines don't even touch that.
Oh, really?
I think so.
How high do you have to be to see the curvature of the Earth is what you're going to Google.
Correct.
Well, let's find out. Oh, hit enter. Oh, backspace.
Why?
It had it all typed out for you.
Oh, did it? Oh, well,
Yeah, over 50,000 feet.
yeah.
Okay.
That's a ways up there.
We can make a
So
balloon.
that's why I'm very careful. Well, when I'm trying to be careful with my words, I'm trying to be very, very careful with them. Like I'm okay being fast and loose with words, but when I'm being careful with them, I want to be
Okay.
specific. So I don't know that the Earth is round. I think the Earth is spherical. I don't think it's flat, but I don't know. So it doesn't matter. Same thing with,
You don't know if the poles shifted to 25,900 years ago.
I have no idea.
It says it on your map.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some
Did
dude.
you- did
some
you-
dude. Wrote it. There's
know.
also Nazis
Did
in
you-
Antarctica. That's my favorite one. That's
Dude,
my
is
that's
it?
my favorite one.
Dude,
I love that
okay,
one.
now time out.
Nazis.
So,
How cool would that be? I mean, not
check
cool.
this-
but
check
how
this
cool.
out. so you laugh about this, but there was, I almost sent this to you on Instagram, but like I get to a point on Instagram where it's like, I send you a couple things and I'm like, I know he's just going, oh, fuck, Chaz, this is some bullshit, whatever. And so I stop. And I'm like, this is all I'm sending you today, dude. Sorry. But there was...
It's clarification. It's fine. Sometimes I just don't have time
That's good.
to consume it all.
There was 3 of these like specialized people, or like these high-end people, right? These wealthy people or whatever. And all 3 of them were connected somehow. All 3 of them independently was like, getting ready to take a trip to Antarctica. Weather should be nice. Should be able to see some cool stuff. And it was all 3, like, we're not going together, but all 3 of them were saying, like, slipping in stuff, like a Freudian slip.
Yeah, but why? Is it Freudian? Is that what it is?
The World Economic Forum or something like that.
Oh, stop.
It was something crazy like that.
Fuck
It was like,
people.
it was some kind of theory against that. And I read that. I was like, oh, and I was like, what are they good? And this guy's like, they're meeting with the alien race. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, what alien race? Are they a lizard alien? Like
reptilian?
Yeah, they're reptilian. So I was like trying
reptilian Nazis.
Yeah. But apparently on the moon, there's on the dark side of the moon, multiple different. So
So
it's interesting.
I love reptilian Nazis in Antarctica and things on the dark side of the moon. But did you see that? I haven't heard anything about this. It had to be over a month ago.
You keep checking. Are we over?
Where the China over.
Your watch. You're like, fucking over?
It keeps going off.
Oh, I text you.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
You didn't answer.
Supposedly the Chinese rover that's on the moon saw some kind of structure.
I did see that. Yeah.
I don't know if I didn't hear anything.
Didn't follow up on it, right? Oh, you didn't. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I didn't.
They didn't follow up on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't know if did you hear anything about that?
No, but it was like they saw how big the structure was, and it was like it made the Eiffel. Oh, there it is, bottom left picture.
Yeah, that's the picture.
Yeah, but they said that like to scale.
Yeah, but that was December 5th. How long was it supposed to take them to get there?
They stopped talking about it, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they showed that. They're like, oh fuck. Like, well, shouldn't have done that. But
it's likely a large boulder.
Oh yeah,
excavated by an ancient lunar impact.
Yeah, the boulder is larger than the freaking Empire State Building, is what they said.
What?
Yeah, like scale wise, yeah, it's huge.
That's their.
Oh, you want a slap chop down there? It looks like you got a slap chop in the center. Okay. Yeah, that right there. Yeah, dude. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, like what is that?
Dude.
2 to 3 linear. Well, so it said it took 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, they saw that. The U.S. said, stand down. Do not go over there.
Dude.
Actually, the Nazis said that.
Yeah, that was December 5th, and it said it'd take them a few days.
Nope.
It's for the record, January 23rd.
Yeah, they saw that. They're like, nope.
What? Okay, yeah, December 8th. What the hell? See, it says identifies mysterious hut on the moon.
Was it a hut?
Is Jabba the Hutt?
Could be. Oh, update.
Closing 100 after a month of trekking across the moon's surface. U2 too.
Ooh,
finally got close to the unidentified object and found it was a funny shaped rock. Where's the picture?
Click on.
I want to see the pictures.
Hyperlink.
Where?
Right there.
No, I don't want to.
Yes.
Damn it. Oh, it's just a Twitter. No.
Bullshit.
Oh, this is amazing. Close to tears. Our space has published an update on the mystery hut, and it's so underwhelming. It's brilliant. It's just a small rock on a crater rim.
Yeah, that's what it is.
A small rock on a crater rim.
It's swamp gas. That's what it is. It's swamp gas. Yeah, that.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's a small rock.
I gotta switch the video over just so people
they can't see that?
No, because I haven't been switching the video.
Oh, switch that shit over, dude. Small rock my ass.
Yeah, it's up right now. But
okay.
What?
Yeah. No. Can't be.
We're back.
Okay.
Hey, I had to put it up there to record it. That was that.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's no way.
It was over 80 mile.
It took 2 to 3 days to get there, and it just turned out to be a small
that
rock.
fucking big. Like, no, dude.
Stop.
You see how many small ass rocks are around that? Like, look. Okay, top right area.
Yeah.
You see where it's the rock is the hut.
Yeah.
To like the left of like 100 yards is another smaller rock.
Yeah, I mean, now they might. Now that's for clarification. Those might be really, really huge rocks. because of the pictures.
Okay, but in,
all right, yeah,
but
but
in
no,
scale,
I
I'm just
got
saying,
something.
There's a
Yeah,
shitload of
I got something.
All right, go.
So I just want to
Drink
clarify
this.
that these might be really, really giant boulders, like sizes of buildings, right?
Mhm.
They might be. It's just because the photography it messes with your vision because you have no
Okay.
scale.
Yes.
But like you said, if that's the hut and that's the picture of all of them, there are multiple rocks there that are almost the same size. And the
they
picture from
breaking
it
the
far
horizon?
away,
Yeah, it's not breaking the horizon
Yeah.
like that bastard is.
no, you'd see a couple of those at least.
Yeah, they went over there. They're like, do not be over here. And they went, okay. They're like, just film that
Yeah.
rock right there.
Something happened.
Like, turn the camera around, man. Behind that rock is
Yeah.
is the Nazi civilization.
Stop.
Seriously.
That's where you lose me.
That's where it's at.
It would be funny. It'd be real Indiana Jones.
Isn't that?
Oh
crazy?
man.
No, but
What do you think the possibility is of that actually interplanetary like travel and things like that actually go on?
likelihood?
Yeah.
It's great. The fuel's
Here, like from here too. Like people and there are people that know about it. Like legit.
Well, if you look at
I don't know. I don't even know if aliens exist. I don't know if the things that have
do you think it's
whatever.
just advanced civilization from Earth?
Oh, we've talked about that. We talked about that in the one episode.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And we said they pieced out.
Yeah,
We're
but
like,
what do you
"See ya."
think that this is? If you're going to throw some conspiracies
All right.
and real deep shit at me, what do you think about the possibility that, like, almost like a Men in Black kind of style, like there's a sector of
Yeah.
people that know about it, and it's
Yeah.
It's-
So
it's a
you'd
commonplace.
have to almost be born into it because that level of secrecy, somebody loose lips sink ships, right? So
Right.
at some point you're gonna have to threaten them with something. And to some people, getting the information out is I'll die for that, whatever. Other people, you just tell them that, you'll lose your top secret clearance if you talk about this. And that'll be like, oh, I won't ever talk about it. But I would say at some point you'd almost have to be born into it. You'd have to have an elite group, kind of like, within the Vatican or something like that.
well, that's all the conspiracies with
Mhm.
Soros and all the people and all the different things. That's what I'm saying. Like, because there's
Yeah.
a lot of like QAnon type like level stuff.
Yeah.
that I think there's always a level of truth to everything, kind of like a joke. When you go to see comedy,
Yeah.
like if you watch, in my opinion, if you watch a good comedian, they say shit that the second you hear it, you go, "Oh, you can't say like you don't. I can't believe you're saying that."
Yeah, it's true.
But it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's all wrapped around.
Yeah.
A joke.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, like,
It's
but-
safe.
yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's like this little like pat, like, all right,
Yeah.
this is a joke, people.
I'm just
So, like,
joking. I don't really,
not-
I'm not really racist, but
but you know what I mean? Like, there's some things that you just whatever.
obviously.
But like, I wonder how much of that is just.
Some people got it. So I was thinking about who's the guy that did Avatar? Cameron.
Is it James Cameron?
I think that's right.
I don't know. I'm not a
But,
movie buff.
So he comes up with these crazy things, right? The Avatar, all this other stuff. He took a submarine down to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, right?
Did he?
Did you know? You didn't know that?
I didn't know he did that.
Oh yeah,
That'd be scary.
he went way further than what
Talk
he was.
about claustrophobia, huh?
Well, especially what's the life insurance policy on that guy? Looking like?
What's the life insurance?
I mean, but I'm just saying.
I never would have thought of that.
No, but think of like, dude, he's got so many assets. He's worth so much money. I mean, the insurance company was probably like, you did what? You went down to the bottom of the Mariana. Yeah, fuck you. And he's like, well, we're going to cancel your policy today, sir.
Yeah.
But he went down to the bottom, didn't even intend on it. He blew past whatever area he was supposed to go down and went all the way and it was like,
And hit?
I think so, from the thing I saw.
That's
And
wild.
got all the way down there and was like, just saw some cool shit. And then he came back up, didn't talk to anybody about what he saw.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. Because I think that there is USOs. I think the USOs are down there. And if their propulsion is gravity, they don't-
Unidentified,
submerged object.
submerged.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Submerged.
So,
There's a
yeah.
lot of things
Oh,
that
I
are
know.
submerged that are unidentified.
Yeah, like turds and shit, But like you get down far enough, you've got all that pressure and stuff, and it's gravity. So
Yeah.
if your main propulsion system is gravity fed, all you can do, you just literally crank the knob a little bit more and you push it all out and you equalize the pressure and you're good.
I don't
So
know.
where's the best place to hide? The one place people can't go, but fish can ish.
Ish. Yeah, there's some weird shit at the bottom
Oh,
of the
yeah.
ocean. I mean,
crustaceans,
yeah,
volcanoes.
Yeah, they got those weird things with the lights on their heads.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Well, I think it's
the glowing fish and whatnot.
Yeah, like on Nemo. Finding Nemo had
I
that.
mean, there's a ton of like glowing fish and.
Well, the
stuff like
Finding
that,
Nemo
too.
had the one.
Oh yeah, the one with the light.
Yeah,
I was definitely making a Finding Nemo.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm like,
reference
I know
there.
Finding Nemo. I
Yeah.
watched before kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, down at the bottom, there's some crazy shit. So, what was the movie? Was it Sphere? It's a big old gold sphere that's at the bottom of the.
What?
You don't remember this movie, Sphere?
I don't remember that one.
Dude, yes, it is such a good movie, and it's a gold sphere that is at the bottom in a crashed spaceship. And so these people, they set up a base down there, and it's so far down that you have to like depressurize on your way up and stuff like that. Anyways, so you go in here and this
is not a real movie. This is like a documentary.
No, this is a real movie. It's not a documentary. It's not.
It's like science fiction.
Yes, it's
Okay.
not. It's not.
I was like, I
You're
just want
like,
to clarify.
hold
I'm like, wait a
on.
minute, how have I not
We gotta
heard
go
about
to this. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No, but it's a good
Okay.
movie. Yeah.
Okay. No, I get the idea. Okay.
Yeah,
That would be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, yeah. If we had a gold sphere at the fucking bottom of the ocean, it'd be like, all right, we're heading out. Let's go check it out.
Hey, folks.
Yeah. So aliens are real. No, it's in a spaceship, right? So it's in a spaceship down there. Inside the spaceship's the gold sphere. And apparently you can touch the sphere and come back. You're okay. But at some point you touch it and it takes like your fucking soul and brings it into the sphere, and then your body goes after it. And then
Jesus.
you come back
That's
out
dark.
and you're different, right? It's weird.
It's dark.
That movie is awesome because what they find out is that was, it's like they carbon dated how old it was, and it was like so fucking crazy old. They found out it was a previous civilization of humans, basically.
Right.
And it was just down there from a war or something that they had, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So it was neat, but it was a well put together
Someone
movie.
probably put it down there on purpose because it was evil.
But they found it because there was a big fin, right?
Huh.
It's a good movie. Check it out.
Yeah.
Movie number 2, Event Horizon. You ever seen that?
I have not.
Fred, you've got to watch Event
Chad.
Horizon. They have a hyperdrive in the tail end of it, and what it does is it folds space and time,
Right.
and then so you can jump from like way across the universe.
Warp drive.
Warp drive, yeah. Well, they jumped too far and they went to hell.
Whoops. What?
Yeah. Dude.
Okay, first, did they know hell is down there?
No, not down there. It's
Or up-
across there.
Of wherever there?
That far.
Does down and up and across
I don't
will
know. It
even
doesn't
matter when
matter.
it's in space and
No.
there is no point of reference?
No. But it does. There's a
There.
plane. But anyways, they jumped too far and they brought back evil, right? But dude, it
Of
is.
course they did.
Oh my gosh, it is the
I've heard
craziest
of the
scary
movie.
movie.
I didn't realize it was that though.
It's awesome.
It's interesting.
Yeah, Event Horizon. I think it's called Sphere. Sphere.
I'll throw one in there for you.
What
that
you
I'm
got?
thinking about. It's a TV show.
Hannibal. I've only watched
No.
2 episodes.
No, not Hannibal. It's a space TV show. It's not
Star Trek?
Escape. No. It's like
Space TV shows. I don't know, man.
it's a good one. You'd like it.
Okay.
this has gotta be-
Extant?
I gotta be finding on here somewhere.
I don't watch TV. Yep, Star Trek. That's what it is.
The Expanse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, have you watched that?
No.
It's pretty interesting. It's basically where it's like set in the future, so where it's there's still people on Earth.
Okay.
Mars has been colonized.
Yeah.
And there is a civilization that lives like on the outer belt, like basically like think about like Kuiper Belt.
The Kuiper Belt.
And does like or even further actually. Like
Okay.
can be much further. But like does like all the harvesting of minerals and stuff
Oh, okay.
for the richer civilizations.
Kind of like Avatar.
I don't know how that one. But I can't remember Avatar.
Okay.
But
Oh, get
so
that
they-
ad out of here, man.
so they do that, and then like they basically like, oh, go war this, that, whatever. And there's like something as you go through the series, like it becomes more like, oh, there's like alien type interaction and stuff. It's
Interesting.
it's fairly cool, and it's neat because even when they're in space, there's like the one thing where like there's this wheel, like spinning, like so that gives it artificial gravity.
Oh,
Right? So
yeah.
you're in a space, it's
Yep.
like a spinning space station
Yep,
for
yep.
artificial gravity,
Mhm.
and like even in the show they did it where as like the guy's like pouring a drink, it like moves sideways
Mhm.
because it's still artificial. It's not going to go straight down. It's like that because it's swinging.
Yeah.
It's like
There's
the
a couple
liquid like
movies-
flows through the air bolt like at a
There's
45
couple
degree
movies
angle.
that do that. They have that spinning thing to
Yeah.
create artificial gravity.
Yeah, but that's if you like space. If you like space, and like, it's not too sci-fi-y. It's just a touch sci-fi.
The
Obviously,
Expanse.
they're in the future, but it's not like super aliens and blah. It's a little sci-fi, but it's a good one. The
You ever heard
Expanse.
of Lex? Lexx?
Mm-mm.
Sci-Fi Channel. It's
No.
like it's not horrible. It's an interesting TV show, and Lex is this bug that they are in. It's a spaceship bug. It's a living
so
creature that they're inside of. That they
So the bug's a spaceship,
yes,
and then they're flying
type
through
it in,
space.
Look at it. Check it out. Yes.
That's
And
I don't know if I can get with that.
Yeah.
It's
And
a little too
so
much for
the
me.
bug's eyes. You know how
What's this called?
Lexx. Yes. Oh yeah, there's the bug.
That's
Lex.
Tales from a Parallel Universe.
Yeah. You probably have to just go Google images on that.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah, there's the
that's-
bug.
Huh.
But yeah, it's definitely not like
It's a
and
little,
then there's the head of a space or of a robot, and there's some partial nudity and things like that. So
it's one of those sci-fi movies.
yeah,
So I don't know if that's my.
and then
my
the
cup of
bug's
tea there.
eyes all open up, and then it's like this weapon that there's like
I
fucking
see.
Death Star thing. It's
Huh.
actually interesting.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll keep it in mind.
yeah,
I'll keep it in mind.
but yeah. So I checked out some of that stuff.
Sometimes that stuff is fun. I always like the ones that are like there used to be, was it Fringe? It was a TV show.
Oh, I've
Where-
got it on DVD.
Yeah, so like I see. So that's my type of show.
Okay.
I'd say this.
Now,
That's
did you
my
watch all of it?
yeah.
Okay, we can talk about that.
So that's my type of sci-fi.
That was the other side before the other side.
So like I really like the type of sci-fi where it's yes, this is fake,
Mhm.
but like what's the potential of this being hypothetically possible? Like, all right, like this could be hypothetically possible because it's not necessarily that we've proved it right, but
It's parallel dimensions.
they're kind of making things up that like might like fit together, but
Mhm.
we can't prove them wrong. So hey, maybe. So like that's the kind of stuff I
Fringe
like. And
is
Fringe
good.
did a really good job at that.
Fringe is so good. I enjoyed Fringe so much. I went out and bought the Blu-rays. I just enjoyed it, man. I thought it was such a well put together plot line of two parallel universes that they can bounce in between.
yeah,
But
pretty well.
it's interesting, man.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed because what keeps me was because it's a group of FBI agents that like doing
Yeah.
investigations on certain things that are like kind of like paranormal ish. But then like they have like explanations like for them, and it's not just like, oh, he's a ghost and he vaporized him. It's like these weird, like they're not actual like real explanations, but like theoretically, like if these things were
Well, they have
whatever,
theoretical
like
physics in there too.
yeah, so
It
like
starts getting down the hole, man.
yeah, so it's like it's fun that they tie that into it to
Oh,
make it
yeah.
like hypothetically possible.
It's
maybe.
interesting. I enjoyed that one a lot. It's so fun to think about this stuff, and I think that look at Star Wars. Star Wars was way out there. We started.
You want to hear an unpopular
What's that?
and a nervous truth? I've never watched Star Wars
Ever?
ever. I've watched pieces of it. I know what Jabba the Hutt looks like.
Okay.
I know what
Any
Darth
reason why?
Vader, and I just never did.
Not into it?
I don't know. I just never did. I tried watching Lord of the Rings once.
That's not Star Wars.
I know.
Jumping
I
all
haven't
over the
watched it.
place.
I started watching Lord of the Rings and couldn't get into that one either.
So I would say for the Lord of the Rings, watch The Hobbit first.
I have no idea what that even means.
It's the story of how the ring first became or something like that, and then it goes through when the one dude. So the Lord of the Rings, the very first one, you got the old dude that's got the curly hair does the magic, and he's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So it's
Gandalf.
no, not
No.
Gandalf. It's the guy
Is
that
Gandalf in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Or is that, okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he's the shit. I don't know what the guy's name. Anyways,
I don't.
he was the old guy, and so it was a younger version of him in The Hobbit.
Gotcha.
So it showed
So it
his
kind of gives it,
journeys.
beginnings of
Yeah.
how I gotcha.
And it's funny, I watched that and then watched Lord of the Rings, and they tie so many things back to each other. It's so worth watching The Hobbit first.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where I've looked at it and I'm like, man, like same thing with Star Wars. Like,
Mhm.
man, this many people this is big. This many people love this. Like,
Yeah.
I have to like it. You know what I mean? It's one that's like like not that like I want to conform or whatever, but like how can I not like it?
Yeah.
If this many people really enjoy it, and I can get with sci-fi. It's not like I'm like, oh, I hate sci-fi, because I understand that if people don't like it, but like I like sci-fi, I like that. So I have to like this stuff, right?
You just
And
fall
then
asleep watching it or
Yeah,
something?
and I don't fall asleep
Oh.
doing anything like that. And
It's
it's
a
just
long
kind of
movie.
like, I think I got like half an hour in on Lord of the Rings, and it was just like,
Yeah.
and I've just never had any desire to watch it. So it's, I don't know. It's weird. I can't explain it. Like, I can't say that like they suck or like I didn't like them. I just couldn't, for whatever reason. It's like the zeros and ones coming out of the screen in my eyeballs just didn't match up right. And it just kind of was like, it like didn't do the, the magic of like entrancing me.
Yeah.
It just kind of like, it scrambled
It's interesting.
my data. I just said, no, not today.
It's a whole story. I think Lord of the Rings, was it 1, 2, and 3 is all one big ass movie. It's one journey.
Jeez.
And so that big of a journey, I mean, literally the end of 1, they're not done with their journey. It's not like, oh, rising climax,
Right.
falling action. Like,
See, I like that though.
there's a bunch of it, but it's like you have it, and then it's like they're still walking, man. They're still rucking,
Right.
And the second one happens, Twin Towers, they're still going, man. And then the third one, they get there, and that's when it's all done.
Maybe I like it. Maybe this is what it is. I'm having a self-realization here. Maybe it's because it's in the format of a movie. I don't like movies, for multiple reasons. But one reason is because most movies, you got 2 hours, maybe, of it, everything just jam-packed in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the storyline tries to move so fast, but you can't, like, there's no character building. There's no like plot building. It's just like boom, 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 explosions.
Yeah.
Like, and it just feels so fake to me.
Kill
and
Bill Volume 2.
Yeah. And it's just like, I bet the last 6 movies that we've sat down and watched, I get up and go, I don't know why I do this to myself. I just can't, they feel so cheesy to me, but I love TV shows. Like good, like in-depth TV shows.
Oh, because you got 2 hours, or an hour,
it's 45 minutes, but it's
whatever.
like, and there are these blocks, and you get to learn like the whole like story and all. Like I like that, and getting to know all the story and watching it develop, and like that's cool. So maybe I just need to watch Lord of the Rings and be okay with like pausing it and leaving it, like when I get to a good spot. Maybe that's how you do.
You can definitely watch The Hobbit first, but do that because after like some crazy shit happens, pause it, come back to it. Because honestly, that whole storyline is very interesting. And it's so intricate. There's so many details within that. I mean, literally, it was like, oh, is this because I watched The Hobbit first, and then they're messing around with some these dudes, and like they can't see the sun. They almost died, and then Gandalf was like chipped away the rock and the fucking sun, and they looked like, oh shit. Well, they talk about it in Lord of the Rings. They're like, oh, here's the place where the guys. They brought that story and put it into The Hobbit, and they expanded on that entire story, and they showed it. It was an entire scene of that little snippet from Lord of the Rings. Star Wars, I don't know as much, but I know that people are very particular about how, like, what version or what order you watch it in.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure they are. I feel like that's a real diehard crowd.
Well, it is.
I mean, people used to line up like in front of the movie theaters like the night before to watch that shit.
Yeah. Well, like, people used to do that with a lot of movies too.
Yeah, but like Star Wars is always like one of the ones that like just days people would camp out in front of movie theaters, and it's like, what? Like, and that's a fascinating thing too, because like we kind of saw that at our age, but like now you see like the delivery of technology to us, and it's like you would never think about. I mean, some people would still sit outside for a day to wait on something, but I would never, because I know like, well, I could just go in like 3 days, or I could, download it on my phone in my pocket and watch it. Like, it's mind blowing.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. I actually had a discussion with one of he's an exec at where I work, and her and me and this other guy were talking about Star Wars, and the guy was like, oh yeah, you got to go to the movie theater and watch Star Wars. I'm like, no, you don't. I got a pretty sweet ass TV at home. I got a pretty good sound system at home. I was like, I got 4K. I was like, I'm good. If I need to pause it and go take a crap, I can.
Yeah.
But like,
There was a time though that like even with like technology and like how stuff started like in the surround sound systems like were coming up, like there was a time where it was still like you couldn't beat the movie theater.
Oh yeah.
But now with the technology we have, like I could, if I wanted to, like I could spend probably what $6,000 and beat the movie theater, depending on your setting in your room and whatnot, and how like what you're doing. Like
maybe. I mean, you could easily spend 30, 40.
Oh, you could spend $100,000
if you had $100,000.
Yeah,
dude. Oh my gosh,
it'd be epic. But like it depending on what, I guess maybe let me clarify that.
Subwoofer.
Let me clarify that.
Shit, yeah,
depends on which movie theaters you're going to.
IMAX 4D XD Adventure.
Yeah. Now, if you're going to one of those, all right, you got me.
Hands down,
like,
your ears are fucking ringing.
Never.
After that.
But like, I've been to some movie theaters where it's like, it's like the. Do you ever listen to Dane Cook?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear his movie theater joke?
Mm-mm.
Where he like basically he was going on a date or whatever, and like they go in there and he's like, I always like when people walk in, they sit down like, oh, this floor's sticky. He's like, I like leaning forward and going, I just came.
Oh my gosh. I think I remember the floor sticky part. I don't remember the I just came part.
He's like, I just want to do that to people.
Oh
yeah.
Now I will say the sound system's great. The screen quality, not so much. It's huge. But dude, you get an OLED TV at home, you're gonna have way better quality.
Oh yeah, the movie, yeah, especially now.
Yeah, but I think it's coming up. Like I think they're using lasers and stuff like that now. But there was one.
They weren't using anything for a couple of years at all.
Yeah, that is true. I forgot about that. The movie theaters shut down.
Yeah,
they were
shut down for. I think a lot of them like shut down because of that.
AMC stock went fucking through the roof still.
Whatever.
Damn Wall Street bets.
Yeah. But it's all the same.
Yeah, but no, I think there was also one time I was complaining. I was like, gosh, this is just sucky. It's blurry. And the one guy said, he's like, yeah, it's because they don't take the 3D filter off of the lens cap. They're lazy. And so if you see if it's kind of blurry or grainy, you're at the movie theater, it's because they didn't take the 3D cap off. So when you watch a 3D movie, there's a
because you have to have the multiple lenses.
Yeah, there's a lens on there and it makes it fine. But if not,
what a bunch of bastards.
Yeah. So it's fucking shitty. I'm like,
how long does that take? 30 seconds? Come on, folks.
They just forget. Or you get the guy up there with the fucking like Coke bottles for glasses. He's like, oh, that looks good. You're like, bro, did you leave your glasses off today?
Jeez.
Like, I don't know.
I haven't been to a movie theater in a long time.
Dude,
we would go maybe once a year. Maybe at most once a year to the movie theater.
New Jackass movie's coming out.
Yeah, I just don't have. They're funny. And if it was playing, I'd watch it. But that's one of those things. Like, I have no desire to. Go.
Okay. That's the catch it on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, there's some things where I'm like, about the only time I waste my time with TV or something like that is with like Letterkenny.
Yeah, Letterkenny's good.
That show's funny.
When I think it was a couple years ago. I had like pneumonia or something like that. It wasn't the COVIDs.
Are you sure?
I guess I got tested. It wasn't. But I sat there and watched like, I don't know, a crazy amount of Letterkenny. Just sitting there sick at home and watching Letterkenny.
Oh, that'd be the worst show to watch when you're sick.
No, it's
because that's such a fun show. I want to laugh.
Well, I mean, yeah, you laugh, but you're just like,
yeah, I don't. Yeah.
You know? But yeah, no, it's good. I don't like wasting time. Like doing this is fine because then also consuming this is educational too. I hate fucking wasting time, man.
Yeah.
Wasting time sucks.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my, and that's funny too, because everybody has like their own idea of like what's wasting time. Like, because to me, wasting time wouldn't be someone else's like, measure of that.
Yeah.
But there's some things some things
time.
like that I do, I'm sure it would be a waste of time to plenty of people.
Yeah.
But it's like, if it fits in with what you have to do and all the other things, but a little bit of your mental, I think that I categorize that in like the mental health section of like, all right, sometimes I need to
detox, like a detox.
Yeah. Sometimes I need to be able to sit down and watch an hour of TV just to like, just not think about anything, just to give my mind a break.
Yeah.
Because I could, like, especially, I don't know, maybe that's me, because I consume so much material now. And it's like, sometimes I just like during the summer, my favorite thing to do is sit out on my back porch. In the back patio and just sit there and just stare at the backyard. And there's nothing. And just stare and just,
Dude. Yeah. So that's why I enjoy hiking and rucking, man. You get out there and I mean, I saw you do it a couple times today. You just sit there and you look around, and you're like, huh, okay.
Yeah.
And there's no phone, there's no technology, no podcast, nothing. It's just like you're sitting there looking at snow falling. And you're like, oh man,
Yeah.
this
Or
is
the,
so
the wildlife. We
Yeah.
saw what?
4 deers and
I
one with
saw-
a broken leg.
Yeah, at least.
That thing had a broken leg, really.
Yeah, you guys didn't see
No,
that
I
one?
saw the ass of it, and then I was too busy
yeah.
going, oh, my
Yeah,
fucking
too
leg.
busy
Is my
dying.
leg broken?
Oh yeah, that was right after you went to the
Yeah.
creek. Yeah.
I'm cold. My
Yeah,
leg
it
feels
was
broken.
it was like a little 6-point buck.
Oh, really?
He, yeah, we were pushing him, and then I saw like his
He wasn't
his
doing
back
good.
left leg was, I'm assuming he probably got hit by a car out in the road, but his leg was just swinging.
What do you do with that?
Nothing.
You just let him.
Coyotes will get him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Something will get him.
I mean, you guys allowed taking that guy out or anything?
No, that's all public, like park properties and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
You can't just.
And it's not
okay,
hunting season. It doesn't matter if they're injured or not. Yeah. Like if you, I think, not advice, I don't know, but I think if somebody hits one, like with their car and it kills it, there's times like you can ask, I think you can talk to the sheriff, but you have to get permission from the sheriff, I think, to
fair
take it.
game.
Yeah. To take the carcass.
That's the way to do it. Just drive around late at night with a big old truck. With a
Yeah,
brush
but you
guard.
don't know, because some carcasses you don't want. Like if you get like
No, I meant like trying to hit him. Like get a big ass brush guard, like a tank. Like get a brush guard in the front of your truck, and just be like going around with your headlights off, and
definitely
then
not thinking that
just all of
at
a sudden just headlights, boom.
Yeah, well, definitely wasn't thinking
Got
that.
some venison,
Yeah,
baby.
but there's people that'll do that. They'll like
They'll drive around and hit deer on purpose.
not hit them on purpose. No.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I'm sure there is probably people that.
What do you call that?
Yeah, I don't know. I know people that drive around at night and shoot them, like at night and spotlight them. I've known people that have done that.
Oh, that sounds illegal.
It's super illegal.
Oh,
yeah,
is
yeah. I knew one guy I know that.
No names mentioned.
No, absolutely not.
Allegedly,
But,
know this guy.
He if somebody was a good enough Googler, he got busted years and years ago shooting a decoy at night. It was a sheriff decoy.
Joke's on you, bitch.
Yeah, he shot it like 4 times before he was like, "What the fuck? This thing's not." And he just and they
He keeps flashing this thing. He's like, ah!
yeah,
Ah!
yeah. He was. I'm assuming he was probably intoxicated at,
At
the
what
time.
point do you know you're fucked with that? It's
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
deer
yeah.
didn't go anywhere, and you're like, I need 3 more shots just to make sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got in some trouble for that one.
yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Cop's like, so what are you doing out here?
Well, it was the funny thing was he got busted multiple times after that because since he had a felony now.
Oh, that's a felony?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't do that.
maybe maybe his felony was something else. I don't know, but it was
Yeah.
something that he like. Obviously, he couldn't have firearms at this point,
Oh, no shit.
so he got busted multiple times after that hunting. And the only ever time he got busted was hunting, but they busted him multiple times going hunting. And then the one time so he had to go to court. Eventually, at one point, this is when I knew him. Like I knew him well. He went to court. He's like, "Hey, he's like, yeah, I won't be at work. Such and such days. I go to court, whatever. And they're gonna figure out what they're gonna do with me." I'm like, "Oh
Yeah.
man." I'm like, he could go to
Go in
prison,
prison,
for
man?
a little bit. Like I don't know. Comes back. He was like, "I'm a free man, and I can own a gun." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yep. Got all my gun privileges back." I'm like, how do you go to court for getting caught hunting with a gun
You're not supposed to have it.
that you're not supposed to have, and then you actually get your rights back? He goes, the judge goes, "Well, Mr. So-and-so, I can tell you're not going to stop hunting, but it doesn't seem to be that you have any other trouble in any other areas. I'm just going to give you your rights back. We're going to wipe your slate clean." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "I don't know, man. I don't know either, but I got him." I was like,
He got under
"Yeah."
that. He got under that bench, man, and started.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I said, "Get the fuck out." He's like, "That's what
wow.
they told me."
He was high going in there, man.
No idea how that
That's
happens,
crazy.
but apparently it happened.
Oh,
Which
well,
is honestly, like when you break it down, honestly, that probably should be what happened. Like, come on, like follow the rules, but sometimes
if you're not going to stop breaking the rules, I guess it's okay.
no,
man.
but like he wasn't. Then when he got caught after that, he wasn't breaking the rules, other than the fact that he had a gun.
Okay.
So he was following the hunting rules,
all right.
but you know what I mean?
So he got caught drunk driving, killed somebody, and then he started driving again, but he wasn't killing anybody. He just was driving.
No, I get what you're saying.
Okay.
I get what you're saying.
All
But
right.
but did he hurt anybody?
You're not supposed to be driving, man.
No. I'm saying the guy with the
Oh,
gun, the real guy.
The decoy. He heard the
Yeah.
decoy.
Did he hurt?
I know.
At worst case scenario,
I know.
he killed a deer at night.
I know.
You know what I mean? So those are two different things. to
Okay.
me.
It's like
Very different things.
Okay. All right. I see what you're talking about. It's like bootlegging or something like that, or making moonshine,
Yeah.
and like you get caught doing it over and over and over and over.
But then all of a sudden, a couple years later, they make it legal.
Well, but hold on. Now you're adding shit to it because it's not legal
That's why-
to spotlight a fucking deer.
No, but that's literally what happened.
Now it's legal to do that.
No, there are places that is legal to do that, to spotlight animal. Like that's how you kill coyotes.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man.
It's just deer that you're not allowed doing that with.
And
Like
it's-
literally coyotes, you typically people will hunt them in the middle of the night with a baiting call with spotlights.
I think it's crazy, like you said, that the dude got off. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And what planet that's ever like.
Yeah.
I can't think
But
of any
I will
scenario.
say, because there is some situations where people, I guess maybe I'm saying that to say this, that I think because he wasn't a danger to anybody. He's not,
I
sure.
know. Okay.
He might be a drunk hillbilly, whatever, but he's not like a danger to society.
Mhm.
So like when we have things that happen like that in our judicial system, and I think there is particularly some areas that people definitely get the raw end of the deal.
Right.
You know, you look at even historically with our like war on drugs,
Oh, yeah. you and I talked
especially in
about this.
urban communities, like there's some bad shit going on. But
It's-
when people don't do something bad, they should like, all right, like you weren't a dangerous society. Come on, let's kind of cut back on the poaching thing. You know, let's kind of keep it within the rails here. But we can rehab you. You know, come on, like give you make you feel like a human again. And people should be able to do that, because if they can see that, then I think they're more likely to quote unquote rehab themselves and become and act like a normal person, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But if you as soon as you make one mistake, you're just in the system and your entire life is screwed. Well, what motive do you have now to follow the rules? When you realize
it's like having too many speeding tickets.
yeah,
That's a better way to look at it.
well, I'm saying like, yeah, when you really like break it all the way down to some, even whatever reason it is,
Mhm.
weed offenses or, bullshit speeding, whatever it is. If once you get to a certain point, you go, well, my life's screwed now. I can't get I'm a felon. I can't get a job. What am I going to, whatever. I might as well just keep on fucking my life over.
Yeah.
And some of those things we shouldn't be doing. There's some things that you kill somebody.
Yeah.
All right, you need to pay for that, bro. Sorry. Like, did you do it accidentally? All right, different story. Let's figure out what to do with you.
Yep.
But when people have this intent and this malicious intent behind something, whole different story. But there's a lot of people out there in the prison system that had their lives destroyed because it was like, oh, I got caught with a quarter pound of weed in, 1990.
But that could have fucked some kid's life up. That's a gateway drug.
Right.
Dude, I would tell you what, trying edibles has been the best thing that's ever happened. We're bringing this back.
Maybe I should have used a different example, but I think there's a lot of
Definitely not
examples.
marijuana. But I'm just saying, like you and I had an argument. I would say a discussion. It was the first time I was on the podcast? Something like that. We were playing golf. I don't even think I was on the podcast that day.
Oh yeah, no, I think that was before the podcast actually. We ever even did
No,
it.
I came up to do the podcast.
Oh,
I
did
thought,
you? Was it?
but then it was just.
Yeah, you were freaking out, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Dude, we don't have to do it."
Yeah.
You were like, "Really?"
I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, let's not.
But no, we were drinking and we were talking and we got in this discussion about drugs and why not legalize them all. I'm like, dude, and we just went down this rabbit hole. I got a little heated because I had a bunch of drinks in me, and I was like, man, I just don't like. If you know what the law is, follow it. Don't break the law. It's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have people that are they are raised breaking the law. There was somebody driving on the way here.
Right. Well, not even. Let me add one thing real quick to that.
Good.
But what if the law is stupid?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Marijuana. THC.
Like whatever. Like we should have new discussion. We should have discussions around laws, because a law shouldn't just be a law just because.
Right.
That's one of my always pet peeves is, why do we do something this way, or why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Well, that's because that's the way we've always done it. What? just because that's the way we've always done it. That's a terrible.
Yeah.
We need
But
to
there are
figure
some
something
that
else
there are
out.
some that I think that are, for me, I think you and I maybe disagree, maybe we don't, but I don't think there should be prostitution legalized. I just don't. And we don't need to talk about that.
No, but yeah, you can have your opinions,
But it's my
let's
opinion.
think about them. Like,
Right.
and
But we
form,
should talk.
form
I
an
should just be
opinion
like,
rather
nope,
than
because it shouldn't be. But
Yeah,
I formulated
right.
it with you. I told you why.
Right.
And there were some things that you were like, yeah, I don't know, I can see where you're coming from. And some things I was like, well, whatever. I guess that does make sense, but still, but like the THC thing, like I was like, man, pothead, come on, you don't need that. But then drying it out in California, I was like, dude, this is completely better than drinking for me. I was like, this is so much better. And I was like, I can see exactly for cancer patients, like your appetite, dude, I gained so much weight because of doing that. I mean, you literally, it's like you hit that and it's like, I tell my wife, I was like, I go numb right here. I get extremely thirsty and I just want to eat. The other night, again, I was in California and I went and ordered a pizza and went and got it. And I ate the entire pizza. I'm just sitting there just
now it makes so much more sense why you struggled on that ruck today.
Yeah.
You're eating whole pizzas
I
in a
did eat
hotel.
pizza last night, but that wasn't because of that. But no, it was
over here polishing off pizzas every weekend.
Yeah.
That'll do it for you.
Well, I went from 180 up to 200. I went from 200 down to
in what time span?
A year.
Oh, that's not healthy, but that's not terrible.
No, but I started at 200 and like I went all the way down to like 178 or something like that. And then I slowly started making my way back up to 180. Well, no, 170. No, it was like 170. So I went back up to 180 and then just hovered around there. And then over the past like couple months, it went whoom, up to 200. I'm like, all right, time to chill.
All right, this is it.
Traveling and eating on the company dime, man.
Yeah,
I start eating salads.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I will say this because there's been times where I've gotten fluffy, and but I think I don't because my metabolism was never anything like crazy. But I think one of the biggest things this is my hypothesis. I could be way wrong here, but I think because in my 20s I built so much muscle because at one point I was like 250.
Oh, I knew where you're going with this. Yeah,
yeah, I was like 250.
Yeah,
and I was not shredded. You want some water? You need water?
Yeah, you got another water. I have dry mouth, but not because of edibles. Thanks, brother.
You worked hard today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like at one point I was 250 and I was not shredded, but a lot of muscle. That was a while ago, but I'd had so much muscle mass. I was probably 240 then. Probably. I don't think I was during the winter. I got to 250.
Oh, okay. I remember like I was like, bro, that's a lot of muscle, bro.
Yeah, I was like, usually I sat between 230 and 240 from like probably 26 to like 30, something like that.
You told me you were like, it's just uncomfortable at some point.
Yeah, it did. Oh, north of 240, I was like, all right. Like I couldn't take a shower without knocking things over, like bending over to like tie
I think you told me this. I'm like, what a fucking problem to have, Fred. I'm like, fuck you.
Bending, like tying my shoes. I didn't get out of breath tying my shoes because I didn't have the cardio. Yeah, but everything was just so compressed. Like bending over, like you just like all your organs are just like
yeah.
So like I was like, all right, this is it. So I found the comfortable like spot for me is like 220 to 230. That's the comfortable range. But because I've had that muscle mass for so long, like my body just is used to just processing food like constantly. Like,
well,
so
the more
I think that's
muscle
helped me out.
The more muscle you have, the more your metabolism is up.
Yeah, I mean, because you got to feed them.
Yeah, and if you stop working out, your muscles are like, well, we'll just turn into creatine, which gives you more.
Yeah, it's usually about if I don't do anything for like 6 months, that 4 to 6 months is when you start like you can tell your body's starting to go, okay, we got to change into something different here because we're not doing the same things we used to do. But I still keep it,
dude. It was so my kid's 3. I stopped working out consistently, I would say about 6 months before she was born. It's been like 3.5 years since I've worked out like consistently.
Right.
Before that, I thought at some point I asked you, I was like, does it look like I work out? You're like, yeah, I guess you look like you work out now. I'm like, cool, man. Thanks. And I was like, I had like pretty big arms and I was like, but it wasn't like shredded. It was just, I had size and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, man. I can fill out a large shirt. Feel pretty good. Maybe I need an extra large. Who knows? And then I literally just stopped working out. I stopped. But I was drinking all the time back then.
Yeah,
I was
that'll do
smoking cigarettes.
No,
I was
definitely do it.
not getting any sleep. I was just partying and stuff. And if I would have just not done that and worked out consistently and ate good, dude, I would have been huge. Which, by the way, I'm starting a challenge.
Oh boy,
Dude,
Hearing your challenges.
I know. First place is Mercedes-Benz. Second place is a
It's just like a big challenge.
yeah, but it's a local dude. It's out of Columbus. This guy, shit, what's his thing? Corey. I think his name's Corey, but I don't know. Anyways, he's got this warehouse gym that I guess Schwarzenegger's been to a few times or something like that. Anyways, but he's like awesome. at what he
Get into
does.
chopper.
Yeah, but he does a good job, and he's got like his own. I think it's Max Effort or something like that. Something I don't know.
Sounds kind of familiar.
It is. Anyway, so he's got his own gym, his own crew. He's got one of my buddies does it's a 4 a.m. crew.
Oof.
So they go work out at 4 a.m. or maybe it's 6 a.m. One of the two, but it's super early. And then they go work out. Anyways, my buddy posted on his Instagram, and it's like some ab thing or whatever like that. You start, it's a 14-week challenge, and after 14 weeks, you do before picture with like a newspaper or whatever,
right.
and an after. Whoever's got the best transformation wins. First place is a freaking car.
That's wild.
Yeah, and I was like, well,
You got to pay taxes on it, but
okay, whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty fluffy. I was like, I wonder if I can just pack on a shitload more food, more
I
weight,
should start eating more now.
and then lift really heavy.
There you
Because
go.
if you lift heavy, then you get all that muscle build up, and then it's like right when the time hits, boom, start shredding,
There you go.
and then get down to like 4% body fat. Be like,
That's
Shredded bitch.
That's fairly low. That's really, really low.
that's what I'm gonna try to do, man.
4%?
I don't know,
No, that's pretty low.
not 25.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, 25.
Let's shoot for
where
10. Shoot for 10. You look pretty good at 10.
You think 10?
10's a lot lower than people think it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The normal person, I think, was that the normal woman walks around at like 26, and like the normal, or no, maybe 23.
Yeah.
And then the normal male walks around like 19 to 20, I think.
Yeah.
That's like not like normal person from the United States, because
Yeah, we're fat.
yeah, that's like, was it 60% of the United States is obese now or something like that?
Yeah.
But the normal, because you have fat everywhere.
Yeah.
You got fat in your fingers, you got fat in your,
Isn't that
your
weird?
feet.
Dude, I noticed
everywhere.
like my legs. My legs are pretty solid, but it's like I noticed at some point when I got down to that super low body fat, or not
Yeah.
super low, but lower body fat from rucking all the time, and not eating Taco Bell. Literally stopped eating Taco Bell and lost weight.
That's
sorry,
so
Taco
weird.
Bell, yeah,
I don't know how that,
dude, it's
doesn't
got to be
make
the
any
lard
sense.
or something in the
Yeah,
flour
it's probably
tortillas.
it's probably the lettuce.
You think it's the lettuce?
It's probably the lettuce.
Oh,
and the
they wash it with different water,
Yeah.
not diet water.
Yeah.
They need to wash it with
yeah,
diet water.
definitely the lettuce and tomatoes.
Yeah, those. Anyways, so stopped eating Taco Bell, lost all that weight, started rucking and everything like that. I noticed my pants. I have specific pants at home that I like, skinny jeans. They fit just fine. I was pretty limber in them. I was like, all right, cool. But now, man, I'm wearing like it's
not
like
so much.
they are a little tight, and it's not even around the waist. It's just the legs themselves and the ass. I'm like, I know I don't have that much muscle. I got fat in there.
Getting that
Damn it.
fat ass.
Yeah, I'm getting a fat ass walking around, girl. Like, no, dude, I need to start losing the shit. So
Well,
that's my goal.
hey, well, you know what?
What?
You started today.
I know that's yeah. I stopped doing other things.
You got your ass worked today, and
Yeah.
it was fun. And your joints and tendons will scream
I'll
at you
text you.
tomorrow. You have to let me know. Let me know how
I'll
you feel.
text you.
You wake. I've done that because when I started out with them in the winter doing this, and it was like you wake up in the morning. It's like, I like because I know what being sore is like muscle wise.
Yeah.
But like when you're like tendons and like ligaments and stuff, I don't know if ligaments can be sore. You have to fact check that. But like it's like, oh, like this is something entirely different.
I got one
cool.
quick story. Super quick.
Yeah, quick story.
Quick story. The one time I came up here on New Year's Eve and I said, Fred, let's get a workout in. And we went we went down to the gym.
Yep.
And you're like, all right, how good of a workout do you want to get in? I'm like, dude, fucking kill it. I want to get a Fred Wynn workout. Crazy shit.
that
I
was
want to
when
go
I was
nuts.
back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, you were fucking jacked. And I was trying to get jacked. And you're like, all right, bitch, go through this. Pull that fucking sled right there and pull it all over there. How many plates do you want? I'm like, how many plates do I want? Like, I don't know. What do you normally do? You can't do what I do. What do you normally do? I think you were like I do 10 plates or some shit like that, or 8 plates. I was like, I don't know, throw 4 on there. And I was like, you do twice this? I was like, holy shit. You're like, yeah, I'm not a bitch. I was like, all right.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I probably said
I'm
that.
like, okay.
What you did, you responded to me intensely, so I had to reciprocate.
I know. So we pull that fucking thing, pull the sled, right, on the AstroTurf from one end to the other.
Yeah.
Right. You pull it, you get it down there, you turn it around, you walk all the way back down, and you pull the fucker all the way back down there.
Yep.
Dude. The next day, do you remember this? I woke up on your couch or something like that. Or it was Kyrie's bed. Sorry, Kyrie. But I woke up and went to get out of bed, and I was like, I was stuck. I was stuck like this. I was like, and like everything was all locked up because it was my calves and everything in there was all locked up. And literally, you're like, dude, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. Oh my gosh. I'm sitting there like hunched over, walking through your living room, like, oh my gosh. And I get in the car and I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh. And I got a 2-hour drive. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, see, maybe that's why I decided to never do personal training, because I'd have a hard time when someone
They'd never come back.
And well, no, I would like, because that's the only reason I did it to you is because you were like, come on, I ain't no
Yeah, I was
bitch.
talking shit.
I'll do this. Let's fucking go, you pussy.
I
And I'm like, all
I
right.
couldn't imagine
I'm like,
anything
okay.
like that.
Okay.
You're like,
Well,
what's the worst
here
pain
you
I can
go.
inflict on somebody? Do this.
It's really good though.
Yeah.
As far as strength wise and like.
No, what you did was you pull it down one end, you turn it around, and then you pushed it
Oh, yeah, that's real gross.
down. And
That's
turned
real
it around,
gross.
and then pulled it back. That's what you did.
Yeah, it's real gross.
And then what really was the kicker of all of it is you showed me how much of a bitch I was because I got so pooped doing it. You're like, I'll just turn it for you. Not a problem. How many more plates you want? We do a plate each time. I was like, okay. And then I couldn't do it. You're like, whoomp. I was like, shut up, fucking mule.
We used to do
Huge.
that. Well, that's what we used to do with the guy, like, because we used to have like not teams of people, but like a bunch of guys would be in there. I'm like, hey, we see each in there all the time and stuff. I'm like, hey, I'm doing sled today. Who's coming with me? So we'd get like a group of like 5, 6, 8.
Oh, really?
8 dudes like pulling the sled. So we'd start it, and then you put one because it had 2 pillars. So we put a plate on each side, pull it down, put a plate on each side, pull it down, put a plate, and just every single time, just keep on stacking up until people start like falling off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to a point to
It's a
where I
blast.
couldn't even pull it. Couldn't even budge it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, how do you do this? You're like this. And you went, home. I was like,
I had a lot of practice.
Okay.
A lot of practice.
It's like the push-ups I destroyed you the other day.
Yeah.
I had a lot of practice.
Yeah. I was on practice. See?
Which I couldn't do it now. Now I'm a fat body.
Well,
That's all the fun stories.
you
I got.
started it today. You started it. You got some workout. Just go get after it. Go get
gonna
after
get
it,
after it.
folks.
You'll see
Thanks.
me. You'll see me again. I'll be a little bit better.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. I know this was super impromptu. We weren't even going to do a show, but I
That's
really
all right.
appreciate hanging out with you, man. It's always
Always.
fun.
I'm going to try that sweet tea and the other one before I leave. That's
Okay.
all right.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I won't do any ASMR.
Yeah. No, we're good. Let's next time.
Yeah, man.
See you then.
See you, dude.
Thank you for joining us today. Remember, check out the website, chronic-curiosity.com, to join us at the forum, have some fun, interaction, pick you up a comfy t-shirt, or if you just want to support the show and donate, all that is on the website as well. Thank you. Until next time. See ya.